Bombers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another stream. I hope we're having a lovely, lovely day. We are back once again with the Leclerc career mode once again, and this time we are heading into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, which should hopefully be a very good race. We've got good straight line speed, obviously, in the Williams, and as we know, Saudi Arabia does like its straight line speed. So, hopefully, we can try and get ourselves another very good result. Obviously, we have Bahrain on Monday's stream, which was also a great Grand Prix as well. We obviously were debating across that one-stop versus the two-stop. We ended up going for the one-stop, despite planning for the two-stop. So, yeah, we ended up finishing in P7, I think it was. Yeah, P7. So, getting 6 points on the board in the first race on our debut. It's not bad at all. I don't think it'll carry on for too long, but we'll certainly enjoy that result while we can. Hopefully in Saudi Arabia, we can try and get something similar, but we'll see. It was always Williams. It had to be at some point, didn't it, Bucks? It had to be at some point. Thank you much, Bucks, as well, for the 7-month resub as well during the start of the stream. I appreciate that, dude. Hope you're having a good one, man. Ladies and gentlemen, get a salute spin chat to welcome Bucks into Vince fam for the 7 months as well. I appreciate it. What was the result last race? P7. P7. Our teammate Alex Albon finished quite low. I think it was P15. Yeah, P15 for Alex Albon. So, he didn't have a great race. We were running sort of just inside that top 10 the entire time. We were battling away with Lance Stroll and George Russell for that 9th, 10th spot. And then we decided to go long on the hard tyre and just about made it work. I think we beat Piastri, I think it was, to the line by about a second and a half. So, definitely got it tight, but we did get it done in time. And thankfully, we got some very big points to start off the season. Hopefully, we can try and do that again. How did your favorite team Sauber do? Okay, I'm not replying to that one. What in the Batman vs Superman intro was that? Is that a complaint? Better not be. Saudi equals John Duran. I mean, we're not living in Bahrain, though. That's what I'm saying. We're not living in Bahrain. What up, FinFan? What up, Kieran? How's it going, guys? Ellis, welcome in as well. Hazy. Rio, welcome in as well, guys. Hope we're doing good. Better be a compliment, right? That's what I'm saying. I mean, come on. I spent a lot of time doing that. I didn't. I bought it off a website. I bought it off a website and they let me customize it, so only took like 10 minutes to do. But I think it kind of fits the theme quite nicely as well, getting that tension built up, you know? Enjoying the start of the show, you know what I mean? So, never gonna stop nagging over Sauber. I beg you do. I beg you do. Before it gets boring. Besides, they've got Zhou and Bottas for now anyway. In real life, they've got Hulkenberg and Bortoleto, so at least they're improving. Now they just need a good livery, and maybe they'll be more enjoyable. Wasn't appreciating my comment. I was saying it's a compliment, and now I'm getting pressed. All I'm saying is I hope it was a compliment. I never pressured you. I just said I hope it was a compliment. That's all. That's all. The McLaren sounds sick. Is that what the 5 p.m. reveal was? Was it their launch or something? Oh, yeah, it is. Let's give it a quick listen before we get started. Let's give it a quick listen. The MCL XX. I assume it's probably going to be the next version of McLaren. Please just call it the IMSU XX. Honestly, kind of goes hard. As someone who has watched many years of F1, I think I can confirm that it's a Formula 1 engine. I'm no expert, though. I'm no expert. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. But that might be a Formula 1 engine. Probably from Mercedes. I like that little bit of rumble backfire I had there as well. I don't know if you heard it. That was quite clean. The little, the gurgling that you can hear when it lifts off the throttle. I like that, I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait to hear how bad it's gonna be on F125, not gonna lie. Look what Mercedes did for us. Yeah, exactly. They're basically advertising someone else's engine. It'll be interesting to see what the Ferraris and obviously the Red Bulls and stuff will sound like, so I like it a lot, yeah. I always love those sort of like gurgling sort of sounds towards the end of like the off revs. Always sounds quite nice, that. Always sounds nice. Thought it was a Ford Fiesta. You're welcome. Just pointing out the obvious for people who aren't too sure, you know. I just got my 3060 12GB. I wanted to know what graphics settings you have F1 on. Most of mine are on low because the optimization of this game isn't very good. I can probably show you, but a lot of them are set to low. Because there was about a month ago or so, maybe a bit longer ago, I was having like a lot of optimization issues. It seems to be better now, so I might be able to up my graphics for now. But as you can see, a lot of my stuff is set to low. I need to do a bit of work again, though, and see if I can try and get it better again. So even on ultra low, the game actually still looks pretty decent, in my opinion. So, what up, fun? How's it going, mate? Pink Mercedes Racing Point throwback. Oh, them days were so good. So good. When we got that that video of Lawrence Stroll sitting down, getting very angry at the camera as well. Oh, good days, Bucks. Good days. I can tell, Rio. I can tell. That's all you say. I played F124 the other day, and my game just kept stuttering on 4060 and everything on low. Yeah, the optimization of the game is horrible. Absolutely horrible. I mean, you could play loads of different games that require, actually, you know, more specification than this, and they run so smooth. For some reason, in this game, I don't know what it is, but it doesn't run very well on anything. Like, yeah, it's really weird. What up, Lucas? Skip song. Okay. Bro did not appreciate that one, huh? But yeah, we have got Saudi Arabia, ladies and gentlemen, for today's race. Obviously, we've got Australia tomorrow as well. After that, we've got Japan, China. So, a good few races coming up for us, and hopefully, we can have a good race today. But, without further ado, let's get started for Saudi Arabia. So, as you can see on the R&D, we are kind of still seeing that second to worst spot right now. However, it is very close among those bottom four teams. So, it'll be kind of us four fighting for any 1 point, basically, among throughout a weekend. We did obviously beat the Racing Bulls in Bahrain. We obviously beat one of the Mercedes as well in Bahrain as well. So, we have got some good pace about us right now. And hopefully, that may continue for Saudi Arabia today. We have got a lot of specials available now as well, which is good. Just play the Lotus F1 car as music, loud engine music to our ears. No, just play the 2019 onboard from Red Bull. That was a beauty. That was an absolute beauty. Complete 3 laps using at least 2 different engine components. Complete the weekend, no more than 4 collisions with other cars. Let's go with... Oh, we'll use different engine components, actually, won't we? Okay, we'll do that one. That should be easy. Perform 250 gear shifts. We'll do the gear shifts, I guess. We'll probably do that in practice, to be fair. Lifting costs 25 seconds or more during our weekend. Complete any one session without using a flashback. We'll go for lift and coast. And we'll do the practice program there as well. Can't be too guaranteed on getting points right now, so... Alright, let's head to race weekend. Let's see what Saudi Arabia has in store for us. Probably not going to happen, really, if I'm honest. Probably not going to happen. There's just not really that much interest in the game, and it's not something I particularly... I mean, it was alright. I did enjoy it, but yeah, I don't know. I find the game too repetitive, in my opinion. Which is, obviously, you know, kind of ironic, because here I play career mode all the time, but I do find the game a bit repetitive in that sense. What up, Matthew? What up, Wait, Belgian GK? Welcome in, guys. Hope we're doing good. It does look like we are going to get a bit of rain this weekend. Only in FP3, though. We don't obviously do FP3s, so... we won't have to worry about that too much. But there is going to be a little bit of rain in that. So maybe rain is possible in the Middle East. Who would have thought? FP1 and FP2, though, are going to remain dry. The same as qualifying and the race. So no threat of rain in those sessions. But, yeah, FP3, a bit of rain. Who'd have thunk, huh? Who'd have thunk? What I'll do is I think I'll leave everything here on number 2 for practice. When we go into qualifying, we'll switch everything to number 1, which is the slightly fresher set right now, so... right, let me just up the AI as well, because I'm pretty sure AI here are going to be quite weak. Let's run... Do you know what? Now, let's just send on 110 for practice. We're going to send it, chap. We're going full 110, see what happens. We'll see what happens. Do I love football? Yeah, I enjoy football. I'm an Arsenal fan, so I have a love-hate relationship with it, I'd say. I love after this weekend, but I'm sure after tonight, it'll probably be a hate. It's very volatile. Very, very volatile.
Welcome, everybody, to Saudi Arabia. It's practice.
You just put the AI up to 90. Nice. Good progress. Good progress. Must have enjoyed the weekend match for City. I was elated. And that's being generous, I think, Hart. I was over the moon. Very, very happy. But, yeah, we'll be humble tonight. I don't see us winning at St. James's Park. We couldn't beat him at home. And, yeah, I don't have any hope beating Newcastle away. I genuinely think Newcastle away is one of the toughest fixtures on the calendar, in my opinion. Michael Love must have been fuming. Yeah, for sure. Where are we? Saudi Arabia. Up here. Here we go. That happy you broke your ankle. Nearly. I jumped on it awkwardly, but I was okay. Thankfully. Thankfully. What's tonight? It's the Carabao Cup semi-final, the second leg against Newcastle. The first leg's already been played at home, and we lost 2-0. And now we're going away tonight. And like I say, I have no hope. I really have no hope. We smashed Newcastle? I really don't think so. Like I said, I really do think Newcastle away is probably one of the toughest fixtures on the entire calendar. Anfield away and Newcastle away are like two places I hate going to. We'll use the hard tires track compensation for now. And let's see what we can do. Simon, 64 on Twitch, mate. Appreciate it, dude. Welcome in. Hope we're doing good. Arsenal better win. I've got my money on them. Honestly, I wonder what the odds actually are. I imagine the odds are actually more favoured towards Newcastle. Or maybe not, I don't know, but... I don't know, I would think it'd be Newcastle win tonight. Maybe a draw, but... Yeah, I don't see us winning at all. I would love it, but... I don't see it. I don't see it. The video confirmed it's an F1 engine and not a Ford Fiesta. Okay, good. That relieves me a little bit. I was a little worried that McLaren did put a Ford Fiesta in their engine, but... What's your balance on the Williams? What do you mean, my balance? At the moment, 0 because of cold tires, but... Who should I start my F2 career with? A real driver? Are you really going to ask me that, Lucas? Are you really going to ask me that? You know my answer for you. And not Ollie. Well, there goes my idea. Do you like Porsche, maybe? Porsche is always a fun one to do on with. If we're getting oversteer or understeer? I mean... A bit of both, to be honest with you. The car is quite quick in the straights, obviously. But in the corners, it does have its moments of, you know, dragging itself on the front end. And then sometimes you get your foot down a little bit. And the back end tweaks out a little bit. So it's a little imbalanced in that sense, I guess. But that was a bit too hot in the corner that time. That was my fault. Or Deruvler, since he cooked us the first half of this career mode. That is true. Never forget, first half of the season, Jehan Deruvler. That guy was like, he needed testing. At the moment, the rears are feeling a bit slippery. Before that rear just went to give way a touch. Why did we choose Williams? I didn't choose it. The chat chose it. I let the chat choose, they voted Williams. Bro had Mudrik's trainer, literally. Or Paul Pogba's or something. He's eligible to play football again now, isn't he? Paul Pogba. Be interesting to see where he ends up. Hello, Cyrus. Okay, a lot of purples here. The chat wanted Sauber. Is that why they didn't win the vote then? Oh, hello. They always want to pick a very interesting line for some of these corners. What up, Jossie? Do you think a custom driver or real driver career is better? I think both are equally as good. I mean, there's not really any difference in it, really, is there? One of them you're just using a driver in real life, and one you just make yourself, so you still get the same features and things. They're both equal, really. Vince rigged it. Buddy, it was a live vote. You saw it. I had it on the screen. Chat, I didn't rig anything. Mods, back me up. We're going to have to start putting some dictatorship in here. Ban the word Sauber from here on outwards. Yes, no rig. What about my team? I've actually not tried my team this year. I played plenty of my team in the past, but I haven't done it this year. I've always enjoyed my team. I think in this game, I probably would prefer driver career, because I know my team didn't really have any feature changes or anything like that, so I probably would say driver career is better, but I think the idea of my team is always great, though. You know, it's always fun having your own team, building your own team, and managing it, etc., etc. I kind of wish there was, like, more depth to my team. Like, being able to hire your own engineers and things. A bit like how F1 Manager is. You know, you have to hire individual people. I think that'd be great to have in my team. 31-0, nice.
Well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so
I would do one more lap, but Hulkenberg's probably going to block me a little bit here. Who should my teammate be? Joe or Valtteri? Valtteri. He deserves one more year. Although I did see Zhou Guanyu sign for Ferrari today, didn't he? He's going to be their reserve driver for 2025, which is good to see. I say for Brands Hatch, we go go-karting. The slowest person has to run away from Milo in a bike suit. I don't know about that. Josie could be your teammate every race. Hey, I'll have you know that Zhou finished higher in the championship than Valtteri Bottas. We're Zhou defenders in this community, Heart. We are avid Zhou defenders. Honestly, I wonder what Zhou will actually do this year. If we'll do any other sorts of motorsports or anything like that. I know, obviously, like I say, he'd signed for Ferrari as a reserve driver, but I wonder if we'll do, like, any World Endurance Championship, maybe? If he'll... Ooh, hello. Maybe IndyCar or something? I don't know. No idea. Although America and China right now aren't exactly on the best terms, are they? So, maybe not. Did he say once again to motorsports management? Maybe. I have no idea, to be honest. I have no idea. Zhou deserved a place in the grid. I disagree. I like Zhou, and I do think he's actually an okay driver, to be fair. I think he did get very unfairly criticized at points throughout the season. But, let's be honest. Are we really going to have someone like Zhou in place when we've got people like Bortoleto coming through? Theo Pourchaire? You know, we've got a lot of very good drivers coming through F2 and F3 right now. And people like Zhou, with all due respect, again, I don't mind Zhou. I think he's an okay driver. But having someone like him in place of actual up-and-coming talents is disappointing, in my opinion. So, Zhou set the bar too high by getting points his first race. And I was really happy for him, actually. I was really, really happy that he scored points his first race. Because even, like, going into that first race, he was heavily criticized. Everyone was saying that other people deserved to see him, that sort of stuff. So, I think it was like a perfect answer in a way, getting points in his debut. But, yeah, he never really kicked on much, did he? So, good driver, but not cut out for F1. Exactly. I could see him doing well in, like, endurance racing or maybe other types of formulas and stuff. But, yeah, I don't think he's quite a cut for F1. It's not entirely his fault his last year was bad. No, I mean, we all know that Sauber was a tractor, don't we? That Sauber was just 0 to 60 in 3 to 5 business days, wasn't it? So, like, I do feel for him. And again, the same for Valtteri as well. I kind of feel for both of them, really. But, yeah. I do think that Bortoleto and Hulkenberg is an upgrade, though. I do think they have got both drivers upgraded, in my opinion. Drogovic is one driver that I want to drive an Aston Martin. I think a lot of people do, to be fair. Drogovic is not one of those that, you know, probably should have and maybe could have had a look at a seat at some point, but ended up as reserve, so... Kind of the way it is these days, isn't it? Is this the Mazda R5? No, this is the R9. Right, let's do... We've got 4 out of 5 on track acclimatization. Apparently we left the track during that lap. Okay. We'll do fuel management, I think. Actually, we'll skip a tiny bit of time first, and then we'll do it. And we'll use the soft tires for it. Doing getting replaced, Colapinto sometime this season. I give it like 5, 6 races. I don't know. It's gonna happen early, isn't it? It's gonna happen early. Colapinto. I mean, let's put it. If you go through Alpine's social media, all you see is Colapinto. You see nothing on Doohan. So it just kind of screams that it's gonna happen, doesn't it? They're really trying to engage their Argentinian fan base, and eventually they're gonna make the change. They're gonna make the change.
All set. We're ready to go.
But hopefully Doohan gets to at least see Australia. They signed Doohan too early. I think they just, yeah, they needed something quickly. And they signed Doohan kind of preemptively, really, didn't they? I think the chance of Colapinto just kind of arrived very quickly for them. And they snapped it while they could. But yeah. I do feel for Doohan because we all know that's what's going to happen. We all know what's going to happen. Just a matter of time. Colapinto earned it, for sure. No, I agree. I think Colapinto deserves a seat as well. I just don't like the way it's being done. I 100% agree that Colapinto deserves a seat, but the way it's being kind of fashioned out by Alpine is just not really a good look, is it? I just hope Paul Aaron drives the F1 car. And he is one of the reserves for Alpine, isn't he? So... we'll see, I guess. We'll see. When we finish in Bahrain, we finished P7. The one-stop managed to get us through to the end. Not by much, but we did manage to do it. Hellskeeper, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate it, dudes. Welcome in as well. Bring back Jack Aiken. I think he's enjoying his IMSA life right now. Was this tire management or fuel management? I can't remember. I think it was tire. I believe tires around here are pretty nice, so... oh, no, I think it's fuel, actually. Yeah, it's fuel, okay. A little bit of lift and coast needed, then. Aiken 2020 Bahrain. Yeah, that wasn't a pretty sight, was it? That wasn't a pretty sight. Am I going insane, or did Roy Nassani have a race with Williams at some point? Or was it just a practice session? I swear Roy Nassani had a moment with Williams as well. Mazepin was awful. I mean, staying the obvious a bit on that one. All-time favorite driver, all categories. My all-time favorite driver is Michael Schumacher. I think it was a practice. I think it might have been, yeah. But I think he also had an incident in practice as well, right? They put him in for one session. I think he binned it. I recall him having some sort of moment with Williams. Mick was lucky to have Mazepin as a teammate, or it would have looked much worse. I mean, it did also beat K-Mag as well, but... Aiken enjoying his Integra at the moment? Yeah. Yeah, he's doing good in that Cadillac, isn't he? Was it last year he won Daytona? Was it Daytona actually he won? I can't remember. But yeah, he's definitely Definitely enjoying life in the caddy more. Okay, my fuel management isn't great right now. Did I say the Aston Martin Valkyrie? Oh, yes, I did. What do you mean? Did I see it? Of course I did. What a beauty. What an absolute beauty. Cannot wait to see it, Le Mans. Cannot wait. Been Sonic going to Le Mans for Aston? No, I've been to Aston. This is my 17th year going to Le Mans, so... I don't go just for Aston Martin. Although they definitely play a big part in it, so... Le Mans needs Aston. Sainz or Albon? Tough one, actually. Both are very decent drivers, in my opinion. Maybe just about Sainz. I think both are great drivers. Which you got tickets this year? Yeah. I mean, like I say, you have to really get on the tickets early. Because they sell super quick. Which is why I go through the whole agency thing, because... Yeah, you pay a ton bit more money, but at least you're guaranteed tickets. 30.5. Do a big left here. Need to try and get this fuel up, because it is struggling right now. This will be our final chance to. Is all that expensive? Depends what your idea of expensive is. That was a little bit better through sector 1. Still lost a bit at the end, but overall wasn't too bad. That's what I did his price in 2021, I'm pretty sure. Really? I thought it was better than that. You maybe want to play F1, but my G29 just broke? Oh, that's tough. Have you got a controller you can plug in for the time being, or...? Russell or Antonelli? Russell for this year, for sure. I think Antonelli will be strong in qualifying. Race pace might struggle a bit. But yeah, Russell, yeah, I mean... Too early to tell, obviously, but... based on what we've seen so far, I think it'd be safe to say Russell. What's the AI level? 110. F1 on controller just feels wrong, though. Yeah, no, I understand. It is a very controller-friendly game, but... wheel experience is always a bit more fun. And let me go this time. 30.6. Unfortunately, didn't get any greens. So this track is going to be a little bit heavy on fuel for us. So you need to bear that in mind. It should already preset the fuel, I think, after that program. So shouldn't be too bad, but yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. What I think we'll do, though, is I'm just set this to lean for a second. Tires are on 7 and 10% on the rear. We're going to go for one hot lap on this tire. Won't be a very quick lap, because obviously the tires are a bit worn, but I just want to see what our pace would be if we're to push a bit more. Save the battery as well. That is a fair point, Cyrus. They'll both find a way, I'm sure. Hamilton or Leclerc? This season, I think Leclerc beats Hamilton. Oh, I've got traffic. My bad. Yeah, this season, I think Leclerc. But from next year onwards with new regulations, who knows? Who knows? As far as gamma controllers, so much worse than 23. Really? See, I've had a lot of controller players say the opposite. Because obviously, you know, with the handling model, it's very... how should I say? Direct. It's very point and go, which usually suits controller players more, so... it's interesting you say that. Lawson or Perez? Oh, God. Don't know. Give me the first few races and I might have an answer. Right, let's try a quick hot lap. Yuki, good answer. Good answer. Could have understood that. Rears are sliding away like crazy on me. Didn't really get that hot. Yeah, these rear tires are not liking me right now. I might have to adjust the wings a little bit because the rear is not stable in the slightest. Oh, I turned too early there. That's good. I thought we were going with Sauber. The vote said otherwise. But we finished in Bahrain. We finished P7. Very decent debut. Yeah, we are going to improve a bit, but definitely a bit more in that. Definitely a bit more in that. 29.8 plus P5 for the time being. All right. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. What up, Alfonso? I just can't get the turning phase right. I can turn in fine, but then the steering doesn't return to center fast enough. Really? The response was very weird. That's really interesting, actually. So you kind of feel like you have like a lot of sort of exit understeer, so to speak? Is that kind of how it feels? Yeah, 9 darts, Alfonso. Nice, man. GG's. I'm not really into darts, but I know that's a pretty big achievement, so GG. To me, on the wheel, turning all the out to the left or right feels very unnatural compared to what you see on the game. It's like you're sliding. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the way you have to drive in this game. I said it from the start. The way to be quick on F124 is to drive messy. Like, you have to be very instant with your turning. If you guys remember back when the game first released, there was a lot of talk about, you know, turn 1 Qatar. You could literally just launch the steering wheel over and the car would grip. There'd be no understeer whatsoever or anything like that. And that still is kind of a thing. It is a bit better now, but that still kind of exists. And that's been one of the biggest problems with the game, is that you can literally just drive really sloppy, and you'll still find time. It's a strange feeling. Very strange feeling. If I struggle with the rear end, lower the rear anti-roll bar a little. I'm probably going to change the wings up. I'm not going to lie. Let's change that as well before I forget to do that. I think I might put a bit more rear wing on. Maybe go something like that, and hopefully that stabilizes the rear a bit. I'll release F124 is actually hilarious. Whip the wheel immediately to lock and it just works. Literally. And you wouldn't get a single bit of understeer or anything. It was weird. So weird. It still kind of is a thing. It's, again, it's not as bad, but it still kind of exists. It's, yeah, really poor. What's the best wings to use for Silverstone? Oh, I don't remember. I'm terrible at remembering setups and stuff. Just doesn't feel like the car's on the ground. Yeah. The whole weight transfer of the car as well is really strange too. Like when going through the Magnussen Beckett's in Silverstone, you know, you don't really feel the car shifting left and right. It just feels like it's planted the entire time. It's yeah, really weird. Did you know that Max had a double stump for the second half of the season and only raced Brazil himself? That's why Lando caught up.
Sadly,
it would sound like a Max thing to do, to be fair.
Practice is over. However, we'll be back
all right,
for more Formula 1 action.
That is FP1 over. Excuse me. That is FP1 over and done with, ladies and gentlemen, here in Saudi Arabia. Carlos Sainz in that Ferrari, fastest so far. Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, both Mercedes in that top 3. So I feel like Russell might have some good pace today. He struggled a bit in Bahrain, but it looks like it's going to have some good pace today. Perez in P4, Leclerc P5, Verstappen on that medium tyre in P6. We're in P7 for the time being on that soft tyre. We did obviously do a bit of a push lap on an older tyre there. So P7's not too bad for now. We've got Lando Norris, Alonso, Piastri on the medium tyres directly below us as well. And you can see the rest of the finishers here as well. Our teammate Alex Albon down at P17 on that medium tyre. So I assume on a soft tyre, it'd probably be where Piastri is right now, I think. He should be faster than Bottas, I hope. He better be. He better be. We're going to be in a bit of a kind of bottom 4 scrap for the constructors, so we need him. We need him. Yeah, this is 110 AI. I've seen the esports drivers lock the wheel, but immediately correct back to a normal position. The car just bites the corner so much more than it should. Exactly. Exactly. It's really strange. Really, really strange. Thoughts on Show going back to Ferrari's reserve driver? I like it, to be honest. I actually don't mind Show, personally. I don't think he'll ever actually, race for Ferrari. They'll just, bring Behrman up if they need to or something like that. So, the whole reserve driver thing is just a way of saying, hey, we support you. We look good. They're never actually going to end up using him for a race or anything. They might do a bit of sim work with him or something. But, yeah, I don't think he'll ever actually do a race for him, will he? If Leclerc or Hamilton miss out, they'll just bring Behrman up. Big Chinese market, exactly. Exactly. They'll get a big influx of fans from China, so... The Chinese market, as I've learned from Foot Manager, is absolutely mad. The reserve driver role is the team going, we need to write off this much money in wages. Something like that, yeah. Something like that. Right. Let's skip the first 10 minutes of FP2. And then we will probably do race strategy, I guess. Then we'll do the quali pace after. Shame Chinese GP isn't sprint weekends. They can't even use show at home from FP. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that, actually. Unless it's F1 Manager. And F1 Manager, they don't care. They'll always use the reserve driver for FP1. Doesn't matter what weekend you're on. They'll always do it.
Let's get a few laps under our belt.
With these new language regulations, show might end up racing because of a suspension. True. That is true. Although Leclerc and Hamilton aren't exactly known for being hot-headed, so they might be okay. Although, I say that. I remember when Leclerc had a few outbursts at his team, so... Who knows? Who truly knows? Okay, we've got plenty of clean air around us, so... Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of backlash about it from the fans. The drivers, I'm sure, are going to have their say about it too, so... Leclerc lost his head in Vegas. Never forget no, not Miami, sorry, Monaco. Where it was like, why? What are you doing? Yeah, that was big head loss. Big head loss. I think the nicest man in the world couldn't cope with Ferrari engineers. Yeah, that is definitely self-proclaimed. No nice person could deal with that. Although they did get better this year, to be fair. They did get better. But, yeah, in the past... Oof. I will always feel sorry for Leclerc and Vettel having to drive that 2020 tractor. That was a horrible car. Absolutely horrible. Ferrari's strategy is pit for full wets and a dry track. I remember that happened to, was it Pierre Gasly in Hockenheim? I can't remember what year it was, 2018, 2019? And they stuck full wets on a dry track. That was bizarre. When Lewis is the only one on the grid? Yep. Hungary 21, that was a day, wasn't it? That was a day. Lewis being the only one starting the grid. We had the Lance Stroll bowling and Valtteri Bottas bowling, sorry, I should say, actually. At turn 1. That was a weird day. And Ocon won the race as well, so... Yep. Yeah, the day that happens, noob, I think a meteor might strike Earth or something. It's just not meant to be at that point. Was it a race that Vettel got disqualified? Yeah, I think so. Because he was originally P2, wasn't he? And they told him to stop the car on his in-lap. And, yeah, got disqualified for the fuel sample thing. Ocon, I think, could have won Brazil in 2024. Maybe, but... Max's pace was on another level that day. He was initially stuck behind for a bit, but... Yeah, did get by in the end. Used a bit too much battery. 30.7 to get us going, though, on the medium tyre. Little touch of the wall. Never hurt no one. These wings do feel a bit better, to be fair. I do like the feel of these new wings. Am I running in the assist? Nope. All my assists are off. We're fully manual over here. Touch the wall hurt max in 2021. That is true. Unlike the first touch, though. The first touch out of turn 2. That was impeccable. But the final one, yeah, not so much. Not so much. Slims and Burger King for lunch today. Jesus. Bro's out of pocket for the week now. Hope you got some chili cheese bites. Husky, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate you, dudes. Welcome in as well. Hope you're doing good as well. Max pace for another level that day. Yeah, it was, yeah. His qualifying pace was so strong. In a car that wasn't really, you know, I don't think it was the best car that weekend, that's for sure. Towards the end of the 2021 season, Mercedes' car was definitely better. It's still a little touch on the rear, but definitely better. Oh, got understeer. How much time does traction control lose over a lap? Probably, I would say from full to none. Maybe about a second, depending on the track. A track like this, probably about 6-7 tenths maybe. With a medium, maybe about 3 tenths. Roughly. Every track's a little bit different because obviously some tracks have more traction zones than others, so they all vary a little bit. What up, Husky? How's it going, mate? Welcome in. .6 off the moment. This is looking like a decent lap. Too long don't read. Traction control loses you more time than you gain. But the question was how much? Maybe just put at the end track dependent. All I say is turn TC off. I think it's definitely something that's quite tricky to get a hold of initially. On this game, it's not too bad. On some of the older games, it was really difficult, like 22, for example. That was a really, really tough game to learn TC off. But, it is, generally speaking, quite a tricky thing for people to turn off. Traction control could gain you time unless you're like me and completely incompetent. So basically, depends on your personality traits. Oh, damn it. Just do racing line. F122 is high, learn TC off. Yeah, if you can master TC off on F122, you can do it for any game. I'm convinced. So RNG. What team do you imagine FM24? So I'm currently doing my local side HC. I'm doing Colchester. I managed a few different teams though. Like I was doing Casa Pia in Portugal. Before that, I did a. I can't remember if it was this game or not. I did a Union Berlin save. That was good fun. Corner cut? What corner? Right? They said that like 90% of the track is on throttle here, so I was just obeying that. How did you make that Twitch, that Vince guy logo on your webcam? Well, first of all, it's that guy Vince, not that Vince guy. Second of all, are you talking about like the actual DGV logo, or? No worries, Nico. Who are some of your favorite players you've signed? Obviously, an IRL player. For my Union Berlin save, I signed Samardzic. I think he signed for Atlanta in real life. But it was previously at Udinese, and he was insane. So good. Yeah, he was like an attacking midfielder or something.
Okay, test complete.
30.4 isn't too bad. I'll take that.
You got a lot of valuable information.
Yeah,
Well
Samardzic
done.
was so good for me. So good. What are these bots? I have 47k. He's behind Rainer and Brandt, so he doesn't play an awful amount yet. To be fair, I mean, Brandt's probably starting to get on a bit now, surely? I feel like Julian Brandt's been around for a long time. Yeah, so, I actually bought mine from someone, Jake. If you go onto a site called Fiverr, you can find loads of designers and stuff there. I got in contact with a designer on there who I like the style of, and yeah, you basically pay someone to do it for you, essentially, so... I'm not very creative in that sense, so I let other people do it for me, because I can't do it. Brand's like 26, 27 IRL. I was supposed to be like close to 28, so... Yeah, you do have to be very careful who you buy from on Fiverr. You have to make sure you do research on that. But yeah, everyone I've worked with has been solid so far. Somehow trained Rainer better than Brandt, partially because the 31-year-old Brandt just did his ACL. Ah, well, there you go. There's the in for Samardzic then. There's the in. My prediction for this race, we get a P8 after a solid race strategy. I'd imagine it'll be a one-stop here, right? Because tyre wear is pretty generous here. I mean, look at that. We did, what, 6 laps there? And the tyres are on 4, 6, 5, 7%. So tyres shouldn't be a big deal here, hopefully. Thoughts on Zhou being a Ferrari backup driver now? I mean, he's not going to do any racing for them. It's just for Ferrari to get in the Chinese market a bit more. Pick up a bit of a following from China as well. It's a bit of a marketing thing, basically. He'll never do any racing for them. Might do a bit of sim work or something. But that's it. Vincent, solid race strategies? Yeah, we had a fantastic one on Monday, Darren. We had a great race strategy on Monday. Literally the whole reason why we got a P7. Noted once because his wage demand's too high. Oh, I hate that. I hate when that happens. According to last race, everything's a one-stop. Not always. Not always. That instance may be, but not always. Right, so we're currently sitting in P6 right now. Not bad at all on that medium tire. We're only 5% off Piastri, who's on the softs right now. So our pace is actually pretty good on that medium tire. We're faster than our brother. Charles Leclerc is in P8 right now. So that's good at least. Right. Only Alex Albon's yet to a lap. I'm sure he'll do that fairly soon. So, right, we've got 3 soft tires we can use then. We'll do a little bit of quali pace, and then it'll be time for qualifying itself, I think.
Okay, that's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
Saudi's one-stop since it's out in the game. Yeah, it's basically a one-stop round here. Unless, of course, you know, you get safety cars or something, but yeah, usually base strategy, always a one-stop. And I'm pretty sure you could do a medium soft, right? I don't think you actually even need to use the hard tires. The mediums and softs tend to do quite well, so. Now if only I can manage the manual gearing. That takes a lot of adapting as well, to be fair. Does shifting yourself make you faster? Yes. As long as you know how to do it, then yes. T-Macker. Medium tires is on this stretch, if I remember correctly. I think you could do a medium soft, I'm pretty sure. Because even the softs wear quite slowly around here. We could probably watch it and find out, but I'm pretty confident you can do a medium soft here. How much Newton meter is your wheel at? So this is an R9, which has 9 Newton meters. Wasn't Ralph Schumacher at Williams at some point in his career? Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure it's Williams, yeah. I think it was around the same time as his, when his brother was at Ferrari, I think. Maybe it's a little bit later, I can't remember. Alright. Let's do a quick quali lap. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Rear locking? Hello? Where'd you come from? Two tenths. Might just got a little bit higher on the brake bias turn one then. As the rear slides a little bit more out of the hairpin. Not a big fan of this lap so far. Got a little scrappy. So 5.5 tenths up so far. Probably about 7 tenths over the line, I reckon. Let's push that badger to the line. And it is going to be about just under 7 tenths over the looks of it. There we go. 29.3 puts into P2. Fast final sector, so looks like our straight line speed is good at least. But yeah, that sector 1 was, yeah, a bit scrappy, wasn't it? So for long corners, I like 68 or even 80% diff. Don't know why, but it feels a bit smoother. Maybe placebo. Could be. It also could just be the controller effect as well. Might feel a bit smoother on controller. Because I know the meta on this game is always 100% diff usually, isn't it? Unless it rains, you can go a bit lower then, but the cars rotate so much, you don't really need lower diff, so. What up, Dana? How's it going? What up, Brutus? You're hopping on F124 for the first time in a while. Welcome to the club. Do you think an R3 would be good enough for this? For sure. What's your opinion on Lewis going to Ferrari? I think it'll be a little bit tricky for him early on. But I think maybe next year, with the new regulations and stuff, a chance to, you know, really get ahead of it. So I think first year is definitely going to be an adaptation phase. Getting used to its new environments, a new car and stuff. New people. But ultimately, he's got to complete, you know, a dream of his since he was a child was to race a Ferrari, so that was ultimately the play. I just want to update you that I lied. I'm not going to tough it out. Yeah, honestly, when you were telling me how you felt doing it, I was like, she's going to cave in. What up, Rush? Going to dentist and doctor tomorrow. Hopefully, I can get you sorted. Did you ever try the Hanoi track in 2020? Yes. What did I think of it? Horrible. The way I see Miami now is the same way I saw saw Hanoi 5 years ago. I hated it. I did not like Hanoi at all. Everyone kept telling me, oh yeah, but Sector 3 was good. And I was just sitting there like, no, I don't like it. Did you give Dana a wisdom toothache? No. She's going to the dentist for her trays or something like that. And then the doctor for... I assume the headaches and fever and stuff that she was getting. Not fever, the cold. Worst non-F1 track in your opinion? Worst non-F1 track? Poor. I don't know. Tough one. Hanoi was the foreshadowing of Miami. It really was. It really, really was. Am I playing F124? I am. Thoughts on NASCAR? I'm not really a big NASCAR fan. I tried watching it a couple times. Couldn't get into it. It's not for me. Not for me. Right, let's whack on another set of salts. We've got 2 salts remaining. And let's see if we can try and improve the time a little bit more. Has to be Laguna Seca? As the worst? Are you kidding me? That's an L take, dude. Big
Right,
L take.
Car's ready. Let's get it out there.
Hanoi for Loco is an artificial excitement. Honestly, feels like Vegas. I don't know. I kind of compare it to Miami more than anything. With the way the layout is, it kind of screams Miami. I hate Laguna so much. Yeah, nah. Sorry, but... I know it's like common occurrence to respect people's opinions, but... I don't know if I can respect that one. I'll be honest. The worst track, in my opinion, is India. I think that track got abolished, though, right? I don't think that track exists anymore. I would agree otherwise, though. The worst track's a wet one? What? Wet driving's great fun. Got a Ferrari behind me, we'll just let him go. Kind of sad that Korean GP failed. It was actually an underrated track. It was honestly a decent track. It really was. India was a pretty good track. No, it was really, really bumpy, wasn't it? I have vague memories of India, not a lot, but I remember it was a really bumpy track. A lot of the drivers criticized it. For me, it has to be a Formula E track. Yeah, I can get behind that, to be fair. I hate the tracks that Formula E race at. It's like the racing in go-kart tracks. What up, Kate? How's it going? The corkscrew is the best part of Laguna Seca. I mean, to be fair, that is the only good bit of Laguna Seca, to be fair. Oh, God. I have to back off here. Traffic. That should be good. Although, to be fair, we might be getting a new worst track in Cadillo, couldn't we? So... God, this car does not like taking corners. In the slightest. Purple's at the 1, though. I'm sure everyone believes him, right? Little bit down at the moment in the third sector. Up overall, but we did lose a bit over the lap. We're 4.5 tenths up at one point. Nice exit. And that should be a much better lap over the line. Ran out of battery at the end, but 28.9 puts us into the top position and fastest in the session with 26 minutes to go. I don't think we'll stay there, but not bad at all. That first sector was really nice, actually. The car definitely didn't feel good, but we definitely maxed it out. What a tow. I don't think the tow really did a lot, to be fair. A lot of the time we found was in the first sector, so... Why the gloves, though? I kind of went in-depth on it on my YouTube. I get a lot of questions on that, so... I made a YouTube video on it. Feel free to check it out if you'd like to. Formula E race is good, but sometimes it can be boring. I don't know. Every time I've watched a Formula E race, I just can't get into it. Don't know. Just... A lot of the driving you see is very clumsy as well. Just kind of feels like I'm watching a load of rookies going at it. Don't know. I just couldn't get into Formula E. Wasn't for me. I can see why people enjoy it, but... Yeah, it's not something that I would personally engage into. Which one should I get as my first sim set up? The G29 or the T300 RS? The T300 RS by far. By far. I only watch Formula E to watch Taylor Bernard nowadays. He was in, he won Monaco last year, was it? Or the year before? In Formula 2. ChatGPT put Laguna Seca as the 8th best track in the world. Really? What did it put ahead of that? Kind of curious. Oh, I'm really curious in that top 10, actually. See if ChatGPT takes W's or L's. He won the sprint and finished 10th of the feature room quickly. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds about right. That was the only time I heard of him, though, I'll be honest. I did watch that Monaco race, and I do remember that happening. Formula E this season's alright. Beforehand, it's just battery-saving race. No one wants to lead. Does the chaos. It's very difficult to follow in the previous seasons because every position changed about 1,000 times every lap. This season's a bit normal, at least. Yeah, but I think... So I have watched it a little bit since, but when I first tried to get into Formula E is when they had the fan boost thing, and that immediately deterred me. Like, straight away. In order, Nürburgring, Spa, Suzuka, Le Mans, Monza, Bathurst, Silverstone, Laguna only gave 8. To be fair, that's actually a pretty elite list, I'm not gonna lie. It's kinda banged, that one. That's actually a pretty good list. Not sure about Monza, personally. I'm personally not a massive fan of Monza, but everyone's gonna put that inside their iconic tracks and stuff, aren't they? I only know one Formula E driver, Pascal Wehrlein, something like that. Yeah, Pascal Wehrlein is in Formula E. If you watch Formula E, you'd see a lot of former F1 drivers in there. There's been a good few. Still is a good few. Van Boost is gone. No, yeah, I know that. I think it only lasted like 1 season, didn't it? But yeah, it was a terrible idea. Absolutely. Could you imagine they did that in Formula 1? Imagine they did that in Formula 1. Everyone would have put that on Latifi. Every single person would have put that on Latifi. Fan boost actually became literally useless in the end because everyone needs to save energy. It's a driver that got the fan boost wouldn't even use it sometimes because it drains too much energy. Oh, dear. Yeah, that entire idea was just a calamity, wasn't it? What do you mean by fan boost? I don't really know exactly how it worked, but essentially, you do a vote online. It'd be like a 5-minute vote or something. I can't remember exactly how it worked, but there'd be a vote, and everyone would vote on it, and whoever was the winner of that vote was given more power or more battery or something like that for the race. It was yeah, really, really bizarre concept. Really bizarre.
Everyone ready?
Only thing I like about Formula E is the tracks. See, that's actually one of the biggest things I hate about Formula E is the tracks. I don't like the tracks they use at all. It literally feels like they're just putting go-kart tracks in front of them. R3 bundle good for beginners? For sure. For sure. What wheelbase do I have? That was an R9. One day we'll get the R12. One day. Don't need it, but I want it. Only tracks to recognize are Portland and Monaco. I remember trying to watch the Berlin qualifying, I think it was. Because they do their qualifying very differently to, like, F1, don't they? They do, like, groups or something like that? Or is it a shootout? I can't remember exactly how qualifying works now. I think when I was watching, they were doing it in groups of 5, but 1 at a time or something like that. Jules, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think it's Jules. But again, I'm not really a massive fan of that idea because the people who go last would get optimal track grip with the track rubbered in more as well. So, I don't know. I like the idea of throwing them all out at once and let them have it, you know? I guess I'm just too simple. I'm too simple, maybe. Are they mostly street track circuits? Yeah, most of them are. But I've seen them use like a lot of indoor parts of track. So I think the London E3 is mostly indoor, isn't it? I actually stayed at the hotel right outside of the venue when that was happening. It's at the Excel Center, I think. Jules is not very fun to watch. Yeah, it was a little confusing for me as well. I think if you're a new fan trying to get into that sort of thing, it is a bit much to comprehend. The hotel at Custom House? It was literally right in front of the XL Center. I don't remember the name of the hotel. I think it was, I don't remember. Novotel, maybe? Could be wrong. That was nice to do that. Play ACC, we have done in the past. Big Bird coming with the 8-month resub as well. They watch Big Bird for the 8 months, my dude. I appreciate it, man, ladies and gentlemen. Let's spin chats. Welcome, Big Bird, into the Vince fan for the 8 months. Appreciate it, thank you, man. Ibis Hotel? Maybe. It was a while ago, so I honestly don't remember, but... Yeah, it was literally directly in front of the venue. There's been actually improvement here. Nice. 28-8. There we go. We improved by just over a tenth and a half. Lando Norris actually has got into the lead here in FP2. And yeah, we definitely won't catch him. I think it was we're about 4 tenths off. How was the event though? Oh, I didn't go to for the Formula E event. I was meeting some friends out there, and it just happened to be at the same weekend that Formula E was. So I don't know how I got the price so well, but you know. Sometimes you get lucky, I guess. I'd rather watch rugby than Formula E. I'm not really a big rugby guy either, to be honest with you. I'd rather watch a Tottenham match instead of watching Formula E. Now, yeah, there you go. Now, there's an install right there. Putting yourself through the pain of watching Tottenham instead of Formula E. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Sam Bird and Taylor Bernard are my favorite drivers in Formula E. Fair enough. Formula E would be 10 times better if the drivers had to charge the car by running on a Formula by human-sized hamster wheel. That would be something, actually. You know how you get those motorbikes with a cart on the side? Just have something like that in Formula E and have someone in the side just running in a hamster wheel. Overtake would be fun. Destroy the generator and stuff. Take out the other guy. Formula E double dash. What up, buddy? You're flying? Honestly, we're doing pretty good so far. Like I said, we're 4 tenths off Norris right now, but he's not really our competition this weekend, is he? So our competition right now is just fighting for whoever's in that top 10. In that 9th or 10th spot. They're like our battles so far, so. Formula E cars be gerbil powered, yeah. Friction energy is the best energy. Formula E sound equals the F124 Ferrari engine sound. They both are pretty bad, to be fair. They both are quite bad. All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That will finish us up for FP2 and for practice for the day as well then. Lando Norris does finish up on top at the moment, the 28-3. We've still got 4 minutes to go in the session. Ourselves in second, Verstappen in third. Let's see if that changes up at all. Alex Albon improved to 11th now, so that's not too bad, but there are a few drivers down here on mediums, so Albon's still struggling a little bit, so. You know who else is flying? Not you, Cake. Not you.
And that's it. Practice.
Who do I think is going to win the Creator Series?
Until next time, goodbye.
I want it to be my teammate, GB, but we'll see. No, I'll say GB anyways. My teammate. I've got to back him. GB till the end. I know, Cake Ray. Probably hit home on that one. Probably hit home. Vince wins CS. Need to win a race first. I need to get something better than a P3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will do us then for FP2. Lando Norris does finish up on top by 4 tenths to Arthur Leclerc and Verstappen in third. And our brother, Charles Leclerc, in 4th place as well, the 28-8, only 700ths off from us so far. But I'm sure in qualifying, this will switch up quite a lot. Oscar Piastri, George Russell, Fernando Alonso, Lance Stroll, Tsunoda, and Gasly all inside that top 10. Our teammate Alex Albon down in P11, a second and 2/10 away from us so far. So he's got plenty of work to do in qualifying if he wants to try and get back up to pace. And then you can see the rest of the finishing order down here as well. Quite a few drivers down here on the medium tyres, including Perez, Sainz, Hamilton, and a few of the other cars there too. So, yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Feel like a quality pace is good. Race pace feels pretty good as well. So, I think, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get underway for the qualifying. Do we know what the track is for Crazy Race Saturday? Yeah, Monaco. We're doing Monaco. So I might need to do a little bit of practice for that one because that will be a tough one. Qualifying will be very important around Monaco. Very, very important. Prediction for quali? I'm sure we'll do one. I'm sure we'll do one. If we're going to make a my team of a company or an old F1 team, which one would you pick? We've already done a few, to be fair. We did Lotus. We did Jaguar. We've done Brabham. So any of those three, maybe. Any of those three. Right. We'll do this one as well. I don't think it will, Lucas. Oh, to be honest, mate, there's just not enough interest in it. There's not much interest in it. I wasn't really enjoying it that much. I was finding it quite repetitive, so... yeah, probably done so for now, I think. Might pick it up again at some point, but yeah. Are we going to do a prediction for each section of quality again? Maybe. Maybe. You guys liked that last time, didn't you? So. Heard that Rwanda are throwing money at an F1 race like Saudi did. Yeah, I did hear about that. I mean, it would be great to have an F1 race in Africa. I think it is something that is needed for the sport. But why Rwanda and not someone like, you know, Kyalami? There's a perfectly good track sitting there right now. Sure, it probably needs a bit of improvement here and there with, you know, standings and stuff, but I'm sure it could be done. They want it. The people want it. I'd be happy to see it, personally, but the sport definitely needs a race in Africa, and I think that's the best available one they have, really, so. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, it is time to get ourselves ready for qualifying here in Saudi Arabia. Now, qualifying around here, as we all know, isn't massively important. There's plenty of overtaking opportunities around here, so hopefully we can... we obviously still want to try and qualify quite nicely if we can. Maybe get into Q3 for the first time. We didn't get into Q3 in Bahrain, of course. So hopefully today we can try and find our way into Q3 for the first time. Right, we're going to keep the AI at 110. It feels pretty good, so we'll leave it like that for now. That should be good there. And I think everything's set up and good to go. So... let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, car parts. Oh, don't forget that bit. Let's switch all these to number 1. Otherwise, we failed the objective. There we go. That'll do. Right, let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Q1 about to get underway here in Saudi Arabia. Can we find our first ever Q3 performance with Williams and Arthur Leclerc? Let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. It's Q1. Cryptic, that's our follow on Twitch, mate. Appreciate it, dudes. Welcome in as well.
Welcome to the Jeddah Corniche, one of the fastest.
Yeah, why not, K-Cray? Why not?
But let's see who will be fastest to
Let's see F1 and Mount Panorama.
I'll
give it 2 laps till the suspension caves on itself. I did watch a bit of the 12-hour Bathurst on the weekend as well. That was there were some crazy crashes, man. Big incidents. It's easy to do that. Very easy to do. Right. Let's have a look then. So, as always, we get 3 soft tyres available for Q1 and Q2. Should we get through to Q3, we will get another tyre available to us. But don't forget, all the tyres you see here at the moment that are unlocked all get transferred over to the race. So we do want to try and save ourselves a set of soft tyres, because I'm pretty sure a soft-medium strategy is definitely possible here. So we want to try and save a set of softs if we can. In the meantime, let's get our car set up, shall we? So we'll go 3 laps of fuel. That should be perfectly fine. We're obviously on that fresh soft tyre as well, so that should be good. We'll skip about a minute or so. But that should be good. And, yeah. All right. Let's do this. Let's head out on track, ladies and gentlemen, for our first run of Q1.
Clear the garage, please.
Should get through. Should. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Prediction up on Twitch right now. Will we make it through to Q2 with Arthur? Get your predictions up on the Twitch. Should be doable. Should. Not sure how us UK fans will cope with early starts for the Australia, Vegas, and Japan this year. We can't complain. America and Aussies usually have it the worst, so... they always have to get up very early to watch the races. Max in F124 looks French. I'm curious what the requirements are for that, to be honest with you, but... yeah, you guys are messing Noob up, come on. This guy's trying to earn an honest buck. What up, Finn? East Coast US times to be horrible for me? Yeah. Honestly, most US as well, to be fair. Even the West Coast guys will probably still struggle as well, so... What up, Wega? How's it going, mate? Chinese Grand Prix at 3 AM for us. Yeah, the sprint race is at 3 AM for us over here, but the Grand Prix itself is at 7, so... Thanks, Josh. A little more tight if we can. I'll be okay with that. Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
20.
First lap of the day in Q1. Can we try and set down a nice banker lap here? If we can one-step this session, that'd be perfect. So let's lock in. Let's see what we can do here. Let's focus up. First, this felt pretty good. Ooh, bit of a slide that inside curve. Gotta be careful. Might get a little bit of a toe hit. Ah, never mind. Maybe caught a glimpse of it, but... Move on to steer. Into the left-hander. Here we go. Just the last 2 straights now and the final corner. What can we put down for our first lap time? It feels pretty good so far. There we go. Out the final corner then. Battery being used to line. DRS wide open. How's it going to be for our opening lap of Q1? A 28.9 puts us into P7 for the time being. Ahead of our teammate, ahead of Pierre Gasly. Behind Russell and Alonso for the time being. But plenty of drivers still 2 laps, so let's see how it goes. Will you upload this crew on YouTube? I uploaded my VODs to my second channel. I have a VODs channel, so everything from my Twitch streams with career mode get uploaded to that. If you want to subscribe to that, feel free.
Lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much...
Where did we come in the last race? We finished P7 in Bahrain. How's Williams performing so far? I missed to start the career. So yeah, we've only done 1 race so far. This is race number 2, obviously. We qualified P13, I think it was, in Bahrain. And then I'm finishing P7 with the one-stop strategy. So it was a big gamble doing the one-stop, but we made it work. And got ourselves some very good points to kickstart the career. How often do you upload in your main? Honestly, not a lot. I haven't uploaded there for a while. The problem is, I don't really have time for long-form content outside of my streams, so yeah, I don't really know, I don't really know what kind of content I want to do either, so. Is that the Mazda R9? It is. Alright, sends the pits. Down to P10 now, so there's been a few lap times improved. Lance Stroll has gone into P9 as well. Ricciardo into P12. I think everyone might have done their lap here. I think. How's our tyres? 4 or 5% the rears. Okay, we might be able to do another lap on these tyres if we want to. Tyre weight's not too bad, so... Finished 3rd in Bahrain and 7th in Saudi Arabia and 2nd in Australia. Nice, not bad at all. Is stream my full-time job? No, no, it's not. If I was a full-time content creator, trust me, I'd definitely be into YouTube a bit more. But no, I have a full-time job. Being a content creator is just like a hobby on the side, essentially. Difficulty 110. Max AI. Right, so we are 9/10 off from Lando Norris in that lead McLaren so far. I'll tell you what, it's McLaren, Ferrari, Red Bull so far, isn't it? Very interesting. Red Bull, the 3rd fastest car, seems fit so far this weekend. And Lando Norris has got a big gap over Piastri at the moment by over 3/10. So, yeah, better work to do for the rest of the grid here, really. Then we've got Alonso in 7th, Russell in 8th, Stroll in 9th, ourselves in 10th. And, Lewis Hamilton down in 19th there. He's had a bad lap. Wonder if he got impeded, maybe, or made a mistake. But Lewis Hamilton in P19. He's got to go out for another run for sure. We are currently 5.5 tenths up on Nico Hulkenberg in P16 as well. So, probably needs to do another lap, don't we? Probably needs to do another lap. I have a feeling you're an engineer. I am an engineer. How long have I been playing F1? Consistently, about 5 or 6 years, something like that. Actually, probably, no, my first PC F1 game is 2017, so probably since then. What's your goal, Vince? Your future goal? To live happy and free. As I currently am. Vince is just an engine, not an engineer. Yeah, I'm a full V8. Okay. I think we should probably do another lap, shouldn't we? Just to be safe. 5.5 tenths is a pretty decent gap right now to Hulkenberg, but yeah, I probably need to improve a bit more, really. I've got damn hair in my mouth. Amber fur. Happy show summit Ferrari. Ferrari be the most fashionable team, minus Charles. I mean, it's obvious why they signed Show, though. They wanted to get into that Chinese market a bit more, so it's a smart move in the marketability sense. Do another lap? Yeah, I think I agree. Track will probably have a bit more grip to it as well, so probably best. What we'll do then is we'll also drop the fuel down to the minimum, 2.5 laps. We'll go to about the 3 minute mark, and then head out for one last lap in this session. Carlos Sainz going for another lap here as well, so we'll see what he puts down as well. Is this Q2? Q1. Let's just see what Carlos Sainz puts down for his final lap. He's currently in P3 and goes up into P3. Right, everyone's heading out on track. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Our final lap of Q1 on an old soft tyre. Let's see if we can try and find a bit more time.
We're set.
I asked ChatGPT to generate the best F1 track and show a picture, and it might be the most cursed I've ever seen. I can share the link, but it's just down as a picture when you access it. If you want, you could drop in the Discord, noob. Put it in Motorsport chat or something. It'll be easier to access. No worries, Vega. Appreciate it. Basically, show is Saudi buying Ronaldo. Yeah, something like that. If you don't mind, computer or mech engineer, which is it? More towards mechanical. So my job role isn't really either, really. But it does do a bit of both. But yeah, I'd lean more towards the mechanical side. More than anything. I mainly focus on, like, mechanical and electronic in a way. A little bit of both. What are the tracks on the list of the community race? You think you're gonna get it that easy, huh? You think you're gonna get that info that easy? Can we have the Miami on the wheel for this Sunday? Yeah. You know what, Root? We can. There you go. There's one track on the list, Miami. Just because someone asked for it. Pyongyang Raceway. Give us that one German track that was like a long oval and had the brick wall as part of the banking. Can't remember what track that was, but what a horrible track that was. Used the highway. Avis, that's the one, yeah. Avis. All right, here we go. Final lap, Q1. Let's see if we can try and better our time this time around. Bit of a tank snapper. Cars are rails for that first sector, man.
Right, we're right on the cusp now. We've been pushed down to P11.
Plenty of time, though. For the image motorsport chat, also we'll check after quali. Or after Q1, I should say. Nicely done for that chicane as well. That was much better. Getting about half a tenth from that. Here we go. Just this final corner to go. Just make sure we nail this. And we are going to improve the lap time. To the line then. 3 tenths up so far. Across the line we go. We do lose a little bit towards the end. However, we do gain just under 3 tenths and bump ourselves back into P10 where we originally were. And that was on an old tyre as well. So a much, much better lap that time around. And we do wedge ourselves into the top 10 here in Saudi Arabia. Lando Norris in P1, Hamilton in P2, Piastri, Sainz and Russell in that top 5 as well. Our brother Charles Leclerc in, P6 as well. Verstappen and Perez, both of Red Bulls struggling so far in Q1 with 7th and 8th for the 2 Red Bulls. Fernando Alonso P9, ourselves in P10, Stroll in P11. Then we've got Tsunoda, Ocon, Ricciardo and Gasly all making it through to Q2. Unfortunately, for the second successive qualifying number 1, Alex Albon does not make it through to Q2. Valtteri Bottas, Hulkenberg, Magnussen and Zhou Guanyu are all out here in Q1 as well. But P10 for ourselves, not bad at all. Running 1,000th up on Lance Stroll, by the way. We did a 6.21, he did a 6.22. So, pretty tight between ourselves and the Canadian. But, ladies and gentlemen, we do make it through to Q2. And now, it's time to see if we can make it through to the final qualifying session like we couldn't do in Bahrain. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Q2. Right, let's have a look at this ChatGPT F1 track. Why is it so enlarged? Hello? What the fuck is this? What? What is this? Where is it going down here? Why are they going different ways? Yo, is this a battle royale in ChatGPT? So let's imagine they're going the right way for a second here. I'm gonna imagine like this is turn 1 basically. So let's imagine this is the main straight. This is turn 1. There's a hoopy loopy thing here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm seeing 2 overtaking spots so far. Overtaking at turn 1, overtaking at turn 4. That'll be turn 2, that'll be turn 3. I'm seeing an overtaking spot up here. This is kind of Abu Dhabi like. This is brain rot. If brain rot was an F1 track, yeah, it'd be this. It kind of gives Abu Dhabi. Too many walls for Stroll crashing on the formation lap. Yeah. I mean, anything's a threat for Lance Stroll, really, isn't it? I love the staircase. The middle just leads to nothing. Yeah, me too. Yeah, big fan. Just a random stair. Also, what is this about as well? There's some sort of artistic feature. I'd love to know where it goes under here. Very random, isn't it? Now, this is Lance Stroll over here, chilling on the other side of the track. That's more like Lance Stroll. Staircase of Narnia, yeah, something like that. There is around the outside of the track too. Yeah, look like it. Lance Stroll walking through a door is a danger to him. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Cloyvett won Player of the Month, apparently. I mean, to be fair, he did ball. What are the best free F1 24 subs from? No idea. Time trial. Time trial, maybe. The thing is, time trial suspension and stuff is honestly pretty good. It's usually the wings that are fucked. You usually need to adjust the tire pressures of the wings. It's actually not a bad setup. But at least the suspension and stuff is all pretty spot on in time trial. Right, into Q2 we go then, ladies and gentlemen. So, 15 minutes to go in this session compared to 18 in Q1. I guess we'll use this tire for our first lap. This is going to be a bad lap, though, because this old tire is 11% worn. So, we're not going to get a great lap down here with this tire. But hopefully that second one, we can find a good bit of time. So, let's just adjust this as well. There we go.
Okay, guys, everyone be aware, the car's ready to go.
Vince doesn't have an answer because he pays money. I'm actually a VIP for SRCs, so I didn't pay anything. Just for clarification. As being part of the Creator Series, I get the setup as part of their partnership, so. Right, here we go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's a prediction up on the Twitch right now. Will we make it through to Q3 for the first time with Arthur Leclerc in this career? Get your predictions up in the Twitch right now. Did you say he gets can't wait to date the wall? Yeah, I've heard he's good friends with our mate Barry. Am I going to watch the Arsenal game? Probably missed the first half, but probably tune in for the second. The sponsor stickers on the Halo are a bit meh, IMO. Bit too much going on, really, isn't there? There is quite a lot of sponsors on there. Then again, Williams need it, so can't act surprised. Last I bet on Arthur to make Q3, he picked the wrong set of subs. Can't trust that again. Make sure to vote no, then. What's the probability of us winning the Prem this year? It's not going to happen. I accepted it like 2 months ago. We're not going to win the league this year. It's all Liverpool's. It's Liverpool's to lose. Every single time Liverpool drop points, we also drop points. And at that point, you just don't deserve to win the league. If you can't get any benefit out of, you know, a bad result of another team, then, yeah, you're not going to do it. How do we do in Q1? P10. Right, here we go then. First lap Q2. Don't forget this is an old soft tyre, so won't be a strong lap this one, but let's see what we can do. Put it in case. I also don't like Lance Stroll being right in the way here as well. That's Alonso, actually. Tire's still sliding quite a bit at the moment. What up, Ches?
We've dropped to P15.
One more corner to go. This lap was definitely a bit scrappy at the start. The rest of it felt okay, though. Through the final corner we go. Try and get our foot down. Down to line we go here in Saudi Arabia. And it is going to be at 29.7. That definitely will be last place, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that'll be P15 right there. Bit of a scrappy lap. We knew it was going to be tough anyway because of the old tyres. But yeah, still not really ideal. Let's let Alonso go here as well. We've got plenty to clean up behind. You got a Tony kart for your birthday? Oh man, what about Gordon kart?
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
Second corner wasn't ideal either. Yeah. Yeah, messing up those first few corners just kind of sets up for a bad lap, really. Does the AI actually slow down for yellow flags? No, but they won't usually overtake under yellow flags. Against each other, at least, anyway. I have noticed that in yellow flags, they won't overtake each other, but they might overtake you still. So they still have a vendetta against you. Hold up, nobody. What will it's that? The Muscle R9 with the FSR. Alright, let's head back into the pits. And let's get ourselves a fresh set of softs ready. We're down to P11 so far. I'm pretty sure we are going to be P15. How am I doing in FPL? I don't want to talk about it. I had a very, very bad weekend in FPL. Very, very bad. It started great when Crispwood got a hat trick.
Okay,
nothing happened other than that. Was, yeah, one to forget, annoyingly. One to forget. Have I played COD recently? Probably not in like a month or so, maybe. Not in a hot minute. You're on 92 points with 3 Liverpool players still to play? Fuck off. Respectfully. No, not even respectfully, actually. Disrespectfully. 94 points with Salah, Diaz, and Virgil left. I have Diaz still to go because of the Everton game, but that's it. And I'm not expecting too much. Yeah, I think I'm on, like, just under 40 points. Been bad. Very, very bad. Right. So, we are 9/10 difference between the old subs and the new subs. We find that 9/10. Where will it put us? We're currently 1.8 down, but we are 1.1 away from Lance Stroll in P10. So, we got to find well over a second to get into Q3 here. This is going to be tricky. We know we messed up the first sector, so we can definitely find a good bit of time there, and hopefully we'll find some time naturally from the fresher tyre. But, yeah, we need to gain, I'd say, about 1.3, 1.4 seconds here to get into Q3. So a lot of time is going to be needed to found. All right. So, fresh subs are posted on then. We've got 7 minutes to go in this session, so let's skip down to the last 4 minutes of Q2 and prepare ourselves for our final lap of Q2 and maybe the session as well. Could well be the final lap of the session. Who have I got winning today with the Arsenal game? Not Arsenal, that's for sure. St. James's Park is one of the worst places to go to, so my confidence is not very high. I know we did well against City at home, but going away to Newcastle is going to be a different, very, very different style. All right, we should start seeing the first cars heading out on track in a moment. In fact, there we go. Esteban Ocon's the first one on track. We'll give it another 20 seconds or so, and then we'll head out on track ourselves and hopefully get a bit of free air. So we've got both the Alpines, both the Racing Bulls, I think. One of the Mercedes is going out as well, actually. That might be George Russell, I guess. Or maybe both of them, actually. Oh, there's actually a lot of cars going out. Okay, fair enough. All right, let's do this. Oh, wait, before I forget. Fuel. 2.5. There we go. Let's also make sure we're on fresh tires. Right, chat. I can confirm that is a fresh set of softs. All right? We're not doing that mistake like we did in Bahrain. That is a fresh set of softs right there. Have you heard about the Luka Doncic trade? I have, and I don't care because I don't really watch basketball. I have no interest in the NBA. Do you max pressure on tires? Yes. Unless it's a track where tires are actually a bit cooler than normal, but yeah, otherwise pretty much always max tire pressure. Please give you a historic driver and a team for a career mode. Rubens Barrichello. And then maybe Williams, I guess. Right, everyone's starting their lap now. Let's get these tyres warmed up the best we can. Got a minute and 30 seconds to go. Rubens is historic now. I was just going for a bit more of like a niche one, really. I wasn't thinking too much of a world champion as such, but just a bit of a niche one. I mean, Rubens Barrichello is one of those drivers that got listed as like one of the best not to win a championship.
Right, that's us.
Same as like
pushed
Felipe
down
Massa.
to P15.
I'm so sad, no more American on the grid. Just wait till Caddy come in. I'm sure Caddy will bring an American drive with them. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. This could well be our final lap of qualifying. I hope not, and I hope it's just our final lap of Q2, but here we go. We need to find a lot of time here. Well over a second. Let's lock in. Oh, I felt the car sliding a bit there. Looking decent so far. Gonna need more time. This isn't enough. This isn't enough right now. At the final corner we go. 1.1. Could be tight this. Over the line we go. In Saudi Arabia, it's a 28.5. Over the line. Are we through to Q3? Yes, we are. We are through to Q3 for the first time in the save, ladies and gentlemen. P10 is where we finish up in Q2. And we beat Lance Stroll by about half a tenth. That was a big, big lap at the end. But we're still 3/10 off from Carlos Sainz right now. So I don't think we'll be doing too much damage in Q3, will we? But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time in his career, and in our second opportunity, we do get through to Q3. Lance Stroll is out in Q2. Yuki Tsunoda, Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon, and Danny Ricciardo are all out in the second qualifying session. They will take no further part in Q3. But Max Verstappen finding time, and that Red Bull was struggling, and he's on top so far in Q2. And Lando Norris and Perez in that top three so far. George Russell, Hamilton, Leclerc, Piastri, Alonso, and Sainz all ahead of us and ourselves in the top 10. The first time the two Leclerc brothers have made it through to Q3 in history. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. P10's where we finish up for Q2. And to be fair, will probably be where we finish up for Q3 as well, I think. So, all right, there we go. Q2 done and dusted. Now it's time for Q3. Albon who? Arthur Leclerc on top. Literally, dude. Literally. I don't really know what to do for this session, I'll be honest. Because I don't think we can get any better than a top 10, can we? There's no way we get better than a P10. Have there ever been brothers in the same F1 Grand Prix? Yeah, Schumacher. Ralph and Michael raced together for a bit, didn't they? Is this game worth buying if it's like $10? Yes. I've always said about this game, I mean, to be fair, at this point in the cycle, I'd probably pay no more than like £20 for it at this stage. And full price is obviously like, what, £60, so $10, you get, what, 4 months, 5 months of content from here on out? You're probably good. Never heard of Ralph Schumacher, Loven. Damn. Q3 tires only available for Q3, might as well use, yeah. I mean, yeah, no matter what, we are going to do a lap here. I'm just debating whether we use this old soft. F124 is currently 85% off, which I think is the biggest sale of an F1 game ever. It's crazy how much they need the sales. You prefer 23 over 24? You're not on your own. You are not on your own. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll try and go for it, won't we? We'll use this old soft for our first lap, and then we'll come back in and whack on the fresh one. But I'm not expecting a lot here. I really don't think we'll get better than a P10.
Check's complete.
But
Everyone
we'll see what we can do.
We've got a car leaving the garage.
Fair enough, Lemon. Fair enough. But yeah, Ralph and Michael both raced around the same sort of time. There probably is others, to be fair. But off the top of my head, that's the one I can think of. I don't even think Sargent was that horrible. He certainly wasn't good. And he was definitely really harming Williams in terms of their development with the amount of incidents he was having. How have you got a Williams in Q3 in a new career? That's just what we do. That's just what we do. We're on max AI as well, so we can't even blame the AI. I guess you still can, to be fair. 110 AI is definitely still, in some cases, a bit too easy. Some tracks, they're fine, but ones like Saudi Arabia, they're definitely a bit too easy. But hey, I'm not going to complain. Colton Hurts up next. That's who I think Cadillac will go for. That's what I suspect. Has he got his super license yet, or has he got to redo it? Do you ever think we'll see a father-son the same race? Ooh. There would need to be a very young father, wouldn't they? I mean, we've seen it happen in other motorsports. I know K-Mag raced with his dad in Le Mans, in LMP2. But in F1? Not too sure. All right, here we go. First lap of Q3. Didn't really do a lot of time warm up there. Yeah, front tires are a little bit cold, but let's see what we can do. Turned in a bit too early for that right-hander. How trippy is it seeing Leclerc above Leclerc track? That's pretty trippy. Spider-Man meme. I can't wait until we maybe one day do a Ferrari season and have Leclerc as a teammate, and no one has any idea who we are and who the real Leclerc is. This is Q3 V-Cup. There we go to the line. Not going to be a great lap this one, but let's see what it is. 28.7, yeah, P10. Look at that. Arthur Leclerc at P10, Charles Leclerc P9. Oh, buddy. All right. I'm pretty sure we're going to be quite far off from that top 9. We'll go back into the pits and see the distance, but it's going to be pretty big. I'm pretty certain we're only going to get a P10 here. I'd be very surprised if we don't. Very, very surprised. Can you also, if you did a My Team and sign out for Leclerc as your teammate, also name yourself as Leclerc, there's 3 of them? I don't think the game lets you create a character with the surname of a current driver, if I remember correctly. Which is kind of weird, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in the world with the surname Hamilton or Russell who probably couldn't use their own name. And Alonso, obviously, is a very common, you know, Spanish surname as well, so anyone with those, you know, common surnames can't even create themselves, pretty much. You can, I think. I remember trying it once, and it wouldn't let me. Maybe it was an old game, though. Maybe you can now, but it was a while ago when I tried it. The audio you can't? Even that's still a bit silly in my opinion, really. Max at 27.4. Yeah, so we're 1.3 seconds off the leader. We could probably get like a low 28, maybe a 28.1, 28.2, but I don't think much more than that. We'll have a look at the times, but I'm fairly confident we're not going to get in the 27s, and I'm pretty sure P9 will be in the 27s, so I'm not expecting too much. Is the race 100%? Yes, sir. All of our races in F1 are always 100%. New stuff for next lap? Of course, yep. Of course. Arthur Leclerc trying to play an old F1 game, but he can't make himself because his brother exists? Yep, poor guy. Poor guy. I wonder if they will AI Crofty's voice. I hope not. I really hope not. The last thing we need in an F1 game is AI. More AI than what we've got just for the career modes and stuff. Right. We'll go on the fresh set of softs then. It's going to be about 5 tenths faster. So yeah, I'm expecting about a 28.1, 28.2 here. Charles Leclerc is currently in 9th place at the moment as well with a 28.0. AI for crew chief be nice. There is someone making like an AI crew chief, I think, that actually responds with all like different setup suggestions and things and target lap times, all that sort of stuff. It's like adapted to how you talk. Did Crofty actually voice act in the game? Yeah. Yeah, Crofty, Karan Chandok, Alex Jakes, Alex Brundle, they all voice acted. And that's the way it should be, in my opinion. I think a lot of companies want to try and cut costs by using AI for that sort of stuff, but, you know, if you want to try and make an immersive game, an authentic game, the use of AI is kind of going away from that, really, isn't it? So, yeah, we're currently 2 and a bit tenths down the first sector, 2 tenths down the middle, 3 tenths down the final as well, so all round just need to find a bit of time. Did Karan do it? Yeah, you hear him sometimes as the side commentator, or the co-commentator alongside Crofty in the game. You'll also hear Natalie Pinkham. There's no Martin Brundle. There's someone else as well, I think. Anthony Davidson, I think, is also voiced in the game too. Right, 3 minutes to go in this session, ladies and gentlemen. This will be it. The final lap of Q3. The final lap of qualifying. Are we about to find any time here? F1 Manager commentary lines are so bad. Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? I mean, they were voice acted as well. They were just... It's obvious when they're reading a script. Like, when you listen to the F1 24 commentary, I'll be honest, it actually sounds amazing. They do really well. It sounds natural. It sounds like they're just talking off the top of their head. With F1 Manager, it literally just sounds like they're just looking at a script and reading it. There's no, like, emotion or immersion in their voice, so...
Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
Yeah. I'm honestly an advocate for adding AI voice, but only for custom names, so you can actually have whatever name you want. I could side with that, to be fair, Noob. I can side with that. Having that sort of immersion with, you know, adding more custom names to that, I'm okay with that as well. But I think with the commentary and stuff, you don't really want that AI'd. I think it has to be voice acted if you want it to feel real. I just want to race and had 19.5 seconds in RS. Yeah, you got a lot of AI set up. A lot of AI. Yeah, no, I agree, Noob. I agree. It's about Karan the concept for manager because he's definitely not in F1 24. I'm pretty sure he is in F1 24. Maybe you want to Google it, but I'm pretty sure I've heard his voice in certain intros and stuff. 103 to 125 is my sweet spot depending on the track. Yeah. Usually I'm around 105 to 110 in that area. And as you say, very much depends on the track. Every track's a little bit different, so... Right, let's get a bit of time warm-up going. And then it'll be time for our final lap of qualifying as we try and search for an improvement on P10. It's going to be very difficult to improve on P10, but we'll see what we can try and fish out here. Try and get a good lap going as well. Front left's a little bit cool, but that's okay. Should be fine. All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Final lap of qualifying. Can we somehow try and improve on this P10? Let's find out. Not bad. Oh, lovely. Really nice chicane there. Definitely a little bit too far down still, but we'll complete the lap and see how we do. Around the final corner we go. ERS to the line then. 6 tenths up so far. It's actually a pretty good lap, to be fair. Is it going to rise us away from P10? I don't think it does. I think we're still P10. Let's see. Yeah, P10. Not really a big surprise, ladies and gentlemen, but we do finish up in P10. It was a great achievement getting into Q3, but we knew getting much more out of that was always going to be a little bit difficult. To be fair, we're only 900ths off from Charles. That's not too bad, actually, is it? That's not too bad. Charles Leclerc finishes up in P9 then, ahead of ourselves in P10. So, it does mean the two brothers start alongside each other for the first time in this save. That's something. That's something. Both on the 5th row, and they'll start alongside each other for Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Max Verstappen does take pole position here in Saudi Arabia then, with Lando Norris joining him on the front row. That Red Bull finding pace out of nowhere when they were struggling so much this weekend. Max doing what he does best. Piastri and Sainz occupy the 2nd row together, with Perez and Russell on the 3rd. Then we've got Lewis Hamilton and Alonso on the 4th row, and then the Leclerc brothers in P9 and P10, of course. Charles in 9th, and ourselves in 10th. So, yeah, very good achievement getting into Q3, and we always knew it was going to be difficult to get anything more than a P10. But, yeah, not bad at all. It means we get a great place to start for the race. And hopefully, we can try and battle on and score another top 10 in this career. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's qualifying over and done with. Grid rundown going to be funny. Leclerc. Leclerc. And alongside Leclerc, we have Leclerc. You're right. That'll be good to listen to. Even though I'm going to go for a toilet run, you'll have to let me know. Why would I play on controller? I could drive with traction control off, but when I moved to wheel, I started to struggle when it was on medium. What wheel do you have by... If you have, like, the G29, I know the pedals on that sucks, so... Maybe we're just more used to the finger movement than you are the foot movement. That could be taken out of context, couldn't it? Do you have any thoughts on the Fabio and Razin incident? The Fabio and Razin incident? I'm not familiar with it. 9 tenths behind Max, not bad though, especially the Williams. Definitely not, no, definitely not. Being within a second of the Red Bull, you could definitely be happy with that. And obviously we had a good battle with Perez actually in Bahrain for a bit, didn't we? I don't know, Acid. I'm not too sure what you're talking about. Danny, thanks for following Twitch for me. Appreciate it, dude. Welcome in as well. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go then. So, it is race time here in Saudi Arabia. 50 laps of racing action is what we're going to face up against today. Usually the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix does go by a bit quicker. I think it'll be a shorter race than what we saw in Bahrain. So lap times are shorter, and there's also less laps as well. So you're the G29? Yeah. I know it's quite common for people with the G29 to struggle with TC off and even ABS off as well. So it's honestly more just because the pedals are terrible, to be honest with you. That's the one downside to the G29, is the pedals are really, really bad. For those who missed out on the opening race this season as well, this is how the championship is looking after that opening race in Bahrain. We, of course, scored our first points this season on our debut as well in P7. And we got 6 points for that as well. So, sitting pretty right now in that 7th spot. I mean, we could be very happy with this if we finish 7th in the championship at the end. So, hopefully, we can try and continue that over the course of the season. But, of course, a long, long way to go as we continue our adventure in the Middle East. But, ladies and gentlemen, while the race slows up, I'm going to go take a quick toilet break. I'll be back with you guys in 2 moments' time.
Leclerc, Stroll, Tsunoda, Gasly, Ocon, Ricciardo, Albon, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, and Zhou Guanyu. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. Now, we had great fun watching them win last time out. What a great victory it was. But can they carry that into today's race?
It's the important one, isn't it, Crofty? You've done it once, can you do it again? But, you know, if you start believing in yourself and the confidence starts to build, that inner confidence is what you need. And you can carry that through to future races, including this one, and you set that ball rolling. That's the critical thing that they're looking for here. And I believe if you've got that first race win or a win at any stage, it can start to roll with you in a good way.
Is that what he said? He said Leclerc, Leclerc.
Let's see if we can keep this momentum up. Let's get another points finish.
Or did he say in 9th Leclerc, in 10th Leclerc? He didn't specify it. Nice. So basically, they'd have no idea. The people would have no idea which Leclerc's which. Oh, did the Wi-Fi drop, did it? Oh, it's about that time to be fair, isn't it? Stream came back just in time to hear the funny. That is very convenient, actually. Very convenient. I'm glad. Well, the biggest episode of all time, yeah. 2 past 7, it always happens. 2 past 7, and it'll probably happen again at 2 past 8. So in just under an hour, it'll probably happen again, so. He said Leclerc, Leclerc. Nice. Right, let's have a look then. So, it is suggesting a 2-stop, really. Not a 1-stop? I thought we'd be doing a 1-stop, sorry. I mean, we can do a 1-stop medium hards, but... Oof. Guess we can't do a medium soft or anything, right? Because that tire's a bit worn, so... That wears a bit ugly. Yeah, it's not great, is it? What's everyone else starting on? Let's have a quick look. Everyone's on mediums. Every single driver's on mediums right now. I'm not too sure if they'll do the 1-stop or the 2-stop. I feel like we should try the 1-stop. We're not going to do the medium hard if we do that, though. Let's change this to that. Change this to that. Is that good there? Try and get a bit more out of the softs, actually. I mean, that would be the 2-stop versus the 1-stop right there. What's quality position? P10. It does say that 2-stop's quicker. I don't know. It's quicker by apparently nearly a second. We'll up the fuel a bit here as well, because we were burning through a bit of fuel, weren't we? So just to make sure we're good on fuel, we'll up it a little bit. Chat, what do we do? Do we do the 1-stop or do we do the 2? We could always set it up in a fact that we can do both. Starting on the medium tire does give us the flexibility to 1-stop or 2-stop. So if we wanted to 2-stop, we'd need to go to lap 17. If we wanted to 1-stop, we'd need to go to lap 30. Start medium to feel it out. That's what I'm leaning towards right now as well. Start on those medium tires and just let it play out and see how it goes. If tire wear's doing well, then we can hold on and try and go softs at the end. But if it's struggling, then we can go for the 2-stop and go 19 and 14 on the mediums and softs. 1-stop was a lot, much better than expected last time, remember? That is true. That is true. Yeah, I guess we'll play it by ear then. I guess we'll play it by ear. You hate pitting, you're definitely going to do a 1-stop. I don't always hate pitting. I just hate not having DRS. And when you pit, you lose DRS, and it's actually sometimes not as fast, so... Alright, we'll let it play out then. We'll set up for the 1-stop, and we'll set up for the 2-stop as well. And we can play it by ear. 17 for the 2-stop, 30 for the 1-stop. Right. Let's have a look at the prediction then, shall we? Oh, where should we target? Where should we target? Do we want to go... Should we try a top 8? Or should we just try and, like, maintain a top 10? Top 8 is going to be really tricky. Leclerc versus Leclerc. I think there's only one winner in that one. It's Leclerc. Which Leclerc? That's down to you to decide. You got P7 last time out. With a bit of luck from the strategy, to be fair. The strategy definitely helped us out on that one. Maybe do top 10, 9th, 10th, 11th below. That leaves it a little bit fine for the middle ground, though. Let's just go top 10. Will we get a top 10 here in Saudi Arabia? Let's just do that. We'll obviously try and get more if we can, but for the prediction, we'll just do top 10, I think. Because it's very difficult to tell what our race pace will be right now, so we'll try and push that top 10. All right then, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, it is time to get ourselves underway for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, round number 2 of the F1 24 season. And we are going to go with this strategy for the time being. We're going to start on the medium tyres and essentially let it play out. If the tyre wear is struggling and we're not doing too good on the tyres, then we'll go for the 2-stop, which is 17 on the mediums, 19 on the second mediums, and then 14 on the softs as well. If the tyre wear is doing good, then we'll drill 1-stopper with 30 laps of the mediums and then transition over to the softs for 20. If there's safety cars, obviously things can change up a little bit. But you know this career, we never get career modes. We never get safety cars in our career mode, so I'm not expecting one. Not expecting one. Hard tyres as well, going to be practically useless too. So, yeah, those are 2 strategies we are thinking of for today, and we'll see how it all plans out. Today's prediction, ladies and gentlemen, will we get a top 10 in this race? We qualified in P10. Can we try and get in that top 10 in the race as well? Hopefully, we can try and get back-to-back points in this Williams. But, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be today's prediction. Will we get a top 10 here in Saudi Arabia? Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get underway for 50 laps of racing action here in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. Oh, loud. Wait, I did fix it. I did the wrong one again. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the prediction is up right now on the Twitch. Will we score a top 10 in this race? Get your predictions up on the Twitch right now. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what, if we don't get a top 10, you guys who put no are going to get some good payout here. Some very good payout. Plenty of dollar in the bank there. Tires are still a little bit cold. They're obviously a bit difficult to warm up for the formation lap because it's a bit slower. So we'll try and get a little bit more if we can up to the line. But let's see what we can do up towards turn 1. The 2 brothers starting alongside each other for the first time ever. Not just in the career, but in real life as well. So he starts P9 and we start P10. Let's see if we can try and get a good run down towards turn 1. With those cold tyres, it's going to be a little bit tricky, though.
Superb
Oh,
parking
0.5,
there,
that wasn't
mate.
great.
Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers and
Rest of the
right
grid
start.
lining up then. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, round 2 of the season. A long hold, but we are underway here in Saudi Arabia. I tell you what, that's not a bad launch until Alonso and Charles struggling to get off the line at turn 1 as we lock up, bit of contact with our brother as well. My God, imagine the chaos that could have caused. Oh, we get away without any wing damage, thankfully, but we tagged the rear left of Charles Leclerc there, and that could have ended in disaster, really, couldn't it? But we do, thankfully, avoid damage. Alonso gets on the inside as well, holds that position over Leclerc as well, but oof, what could have been if that, if we had bigger contact there. Good God. Here we go on towards the hairpin then. Bit of a tussle going on in front of us as well. We'll try and get onto the back of Charles as soon as we can. Tsunoda 8/10 behind us right now as well, so we've got a good launch off the line. So a decent opening first lap, not lost any positions, not gained any either, so we would say that. What damage do you have, Vince? Talent. Lots of talent. But yeah, the front wing looks fine to be fair, doesn't it? So that's good. Here we go into the final sector for the first time. We have dropped off a little bit from Charles here. I think that straight line speed starting to prove. Into the final corner we go. Hopefully we can try and get back onto them here. DRS will be available from next lap onwards as well. Did catch up a little bit in that final corner. Verstappen leads by a considerable distance as well so far in this race. He was struggling in Q1 as well. AI's at 110. 110. Max is checked out. Yeah, doing max things basically, isn't he? Max doing max things. Come on. Yuki Tsunoda will over the back of us here for the first sector. Just got to be careful with that first sector because we know the car does like its oversteering moments. I mean, a bit of understeer there as well as we mount that outside curb.
Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push.
Watch out for the understeer, he says after I get understeer. Battery's looking pretty good though. And we'll get our first taste of DRS down this next straight as well. Bit of a rear slide. Here we go. DRS open for the first time in this race on lap 2 of 50. At the moment, we're still holding on to that top 10. Just want to cling on to this DRS as long as we can. I don't think we'll have it for too long, but the longer we can hold on to this, the better it'll be for holding on to this top 10. We know overtaking the front guys will always be quite difficult, so here we go at the final corner. Nicely done. DRS wide open. Verstappen goes fast once again. Shock. Oh, they're really slow at turn 1. There is a big train here, though. This train goes all the way up to P2, so I think it's Tim McLaren's up there as well. And there's a fight going on ahead of us between Carlos Sainz and someone else. I think it was Lewis Hamilton, who's not had a great start to this race. Through that middle sector we weave once again. Just being careful of any little moments and slides. It's very easy to get through that section. And I imagine you can still do it on Xbox though. Maybe you've got to set the wheelbase to a certain mode. How do I assign the buttons though? You have to do it in the controller keybinds area on the F1 game. How long have I been doing these streams for? I've been live streaming for like 5 years. I only started TikTok like 2 years ago though. But on Twitch I've been live on there for quite a long time. You'd have to Google it, I submit, I think. There we go to the final corner once more. Still clinging on to DRS, but their straight line speed looks pretty strong. We did almost break that 1 second from Tsunoda. I think we actually might have. I don't know if Tsunoda has DRS. I don't think he does. No, he's not. So Tsunoda has not got DRS for the first time on us. However, he probably will get it back here because everyone's just fighting each other in the opening corner. Missed inequality. Where do we end up? P10. Oh, come on, fellas. Come on. These guys in front are really slow with this battle right now. It might open up an opportunity for us, though. We'll see. Has it been confirmed where you can stream the F1 launch event yet? It'll be on YouTube. They're going to do the entire thing on YouTube. Completely free. From what I heard, anyway, I'm pretty sure. It might be geo-locked for some, but that's what I heard is they're doing on YouTube. Still trying to stay close there. Yuki started to get back inside DRS. Bit of a gap forming between this group and the back group there as well. When is the event? 18th of February, was it? Oh, wow, they're so early on the brakes here. Almost went to the back of Charles there. The straight line speed is quick. Two Mercedes fighting out in front of us. That's what's causing all this delay right now. Shows us opportunity. It does. And we'll certainly take it if it arises. It's going to be a tricky one to do. Yuki Tsunoda on the back of us now as well, so got to be careful of him. Got to be careful. And again, through the braking zone of the corner, we catch up a lot. Verstappen is gone. Yeah, Verstappen's checked out. He just wants this race done so he can go play FIFA. I would say I can't blame him, but I can. I don't like FIFA. Used to, but not anymore. Yuki's still just holding on to the back of us. Into chicane we go once more. Taking that slipstream on Leclerc all the way up towards the final corner then. DRS wide open once more. There's a couple of two wides in front of us here. Let's see if that causes any issues amongst the front line. It's the two Mercedes again. Oh, a bit of a slide of the rear tyres for ourselves there. Probably it's a good time to check whether the tyres are in good shape or not, but big slide out the final corner. How's tyres looking? Oh, this is one-stoppable. This is 100% one-stoppable. Did a max 3-1, yeah, almost. Held it, though. We're on lap 6, and the worst tyre is the rear right on 7%. That's looking like a one-stop, isn't it? That tyre wear is looking very nice. I like that. Knew it one-stop, yeah. The tyre wear is perfectly fine. The tyre wear is not a threat at all, so unless it dramatically falls off at some point, it's looking pretty good for a one-stop. Talking about FIFA, my teammates retired from clubs. I am also a former pro clubs player. Would have gone pro if it wasn't my knee injury. Looking only 35% rear right if my maths are correct. Might go a little bit higher once the tyres are a bit more worn, but yeah, it does sound about right. Does sound about right. Here comes Yuki Tsunoda. Trying to get close, but too far back at the moment. We are starting to fall off a little bit from these guys in front, aren't we? Think their pace is starting to come through a bit more. Would it be interesting to see what happened if we start on the softs? Medium to softs? Yeah. Unless we're not comfortable with the one-stop, then we'll do a two-stopper, but with where that tyre wear is going, it's looking perfectly fine, so. Come on. Come on. Those McLarens have started to pull away from this group as well, haven't they? Both Norris and Piastri in that second and third spot. They've peeled away. They can probably work DRS with each other, though, so I don't think they'll cause any problems. Anyway, we're just trying to sit back and keep within DRS range of Charles Leclerc here. DRS will be wide open again down this long, twisting back straight. A lot of the time you're on throttle around this track, and that's very deep. That might cost a little bit. Tsunoda gets a little bit closer, pulled back from Charles as well. Need to find that time again. Favorite driver, Verstappen. The two Mercedes are fighting once more. They're loving that battle, aren't they, at the top? And there's some more movement happening as well. Are they 3 wide? No way. Are they? No, they're not. It's difficult to see, but they're definitely not 3 wide. It's Perez battling with Hamilton now. Russell's back here with Leclerc. Pythie, thanks for on Twitch, mate. Appreciate you, dudes. Welcome in as well. Hope you're doing good. Tsunoda's really seeing the back of us here. Russell's your favourite? Yeah, Max and Russell have clashed quite a few times, haven't they? Especially after or in Qatar last year. Are we doing mediums or softs? Yeah. Yeah, we're doing mediums or softs. Mediums or hards, kind of pointless. The tie-way around here is quite nice, so we might as well stick to it. Next season, Leclerc and Ferrari. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe. Still trying to pull away here. From Tsunoda. Into final corner we go once more. Leclerc still just keeping his rear wing on the back of Russell. Charles Leclerc, that is, of course. Lap 8 of 50. Lewis Hamilton's down to 8th place now. Russell's got by him. The Mercedes are dropping off slowly but surely, aren't they? I think they were like 4th and 5th or something like that. And now they're down in 7th and 8th, so they're slowly dropping down the order here. They're having a bit of a rough start to the race. Come on. I really would love to make a move on someone in front of us, but so difficult to get close enough in the braking zone. How do I stop my tires overheating really quickly, even when I'm not pushing? Try maxing out your tire pressures on your setup. If they're not already. You got this, Kieran. I believe in you. Gotta inflate those numbers. 7/10 to Leclerc. DRS wide open. We've had DRS every single lap so far, but we are starting to drop back a little bit here, aren't we? Went green the first sector, yellow in the second. Again, the braking zones are pretty good, but everywhere else we're kind of starting to struggle a bit now. We'll enjoy this DRS as long as it lasts, because I don't know how long it's going to last for. Lap 10 of 50, we are officially a 5th of the way through this race. First 10 laps flew by. Alonso and Perez battling away for P5. Directly in front of us as well, Carlos Sainz has escaped this train. So gaps starting to form across the field now. Slowly but surely. See if we can try and push a bit more out this first sector. That actually felt like a pretty solid first sector there, and it was a green first sector. Can we try and keep this up throughout the lap? Maybe get a new PB. Last lap was a 33.3. Our PB's a 33.1, so consistent lap times at the moment. Let's see if we can try and break into the 30s for the first time. Come on. I mean, the way it's going, we are looking like we're definitely going to get a top 12 because this train goes to where Lance Stroll is. And he's in P12 right now, so we are going to get a decent position here. Hopefully, it's a point-scoring one. Green in the middle sector as well. Sorry, 32s, not 30s. I wouldn't mind getting going to 30s, to be fair, but no, I meant 32s. I think Perez is legit a better driver than Hamilton if they're driving the same cartel. Yeah. Yeah, cartel-wise, sure. Maybe. Was that a PB? No, it wasn't. Damn. 33.2 that time around. It was a good lap, but wasn't a PB. Didn't get to 32s. Where else am I live on? I'm live on Twitch and TikTok. Twitch.tv/DatGuyVince, DATGUYVINCE. You can also see it on the bottom of the top camera. I told you, HC. I told you. I think I played him as a shadow striker. I think. And he was unreal. I don't know, Tom Kai, if you do it too much, you might just not end up getting any profit out of it. Where do some of these chatters come from? What do you mean? They talk about the cartel one. Battery's a little low here. Might have to be a bit careful. Two yellow centers so far, so this is definitely not going to be a PB. And I imagine now we're probably through the best of these tyres. Push, stop being so safe. I am pushing. Remember, I'm in a Williams here. This is me pushing. 3 wide up front. Oh my god. Can we try to sneak around the outside of Leclerc here? No, we can't. Can we get the grip to try and switch there? Maybe? No. There was a 3 wide in front that caused a big car park almost at turn 1 and 2. There's contact as well between Alonso and Russell, I think there was. This might allow Perez to get away here. It's the Mercedes. These two Mercedes are holding up the entire grid. Here comes Lance Stroll now on ourselves. Oh, I tried to get my foot down, but the back end slide in. Oh, my days. This is what happens when we try and push any more. The car don't like it. Here comes Lance Stroll. We've got enough battery just to pull away. And we'll keep the position for the time being. Everyone charging up into the chicane. And it'll be a run down to the final corner to see who can take the lead of this train. Verstappen still leading to the 2 McLarens. And then the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz as well in P4. So into the hairpin we go. Russell and Alonso going 2 wide again at the hairpin. Honestly, it's kind of fun just watching the AI battle out right now. I'll be honest. Tight on battery. Very tight on battery. But everyone else is too, so that's something. Oh, again, almost a car park at turn 1. And here we go around the outside of Charles Leclerc. Can we get the grip out on turn 2? No, we can't. That was our first good look at overtaking Charles there. But he just had the grip out of turn 2 compared to us. And he'll maintain P9. That was our first real opportunity to try and get past Alpha's brother. And I wonder how many times we'll see the 2 brothers going at it in the next 40-odd laps. Less than 40 now. Initiate plan G, Gill and dive bomb at turn 1. Might have to be done soon, you know. Break up the train a little bit. Red tire still getting a little bit loose.
Feels strong now.
Viva coming in with the 44-month resub as well. Thank you much, Viva, for the 44, dude. I appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. Get us a spin chat. welcome Viva into Vincent for the 44 months. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. I've been in good, buddy. Definitely breaking something. Probably my front wing. Or someone's side pod, maybe. Yeah, we close up big time in the braking zone, but as soon as we get into the traction zone and the high speed zone, you can just see that gap opening up. Makes things very tricky when that happens. Again, trying to set something up out of turn 2. It's just impossible right now. Score predictions for the Arsenal game. 1-0 Newcastle, I think. When's this start again? 20 minutes, roughly? Just over? We had our fun beating City. We'll get slapped in the face for reality tonight. Is that the second leg? Yeah. Yeah, we lost 2-0 in the first leg, and that was at home, so... 20 minutes? Yeah. Probably missed a bit most of the first half, but... might be good. Who knows? Might be a good thing. What up, Stress? How's it going, mate? Who are they playing? Newcastle. Lance Stroll having a little look on the outside. We have dropped off a little bit from Charles. Probably close up in this sector, though. We dropped off. Oh, no. Oh, no. Here comes Lance Stroll. It looks like the inside. Thankfully, just had enough top speed just to break away there. And I think we still got DRS on Charles. I hope so, because that was a bit rough. And I think we might be starting to feel the effects of the tire. Here comes Lance Stroll again. We have got DRS on Charles Leclerc. Around the outside goes Lance Stroll down towards turn 1. Are we going to be outside the top 10 here? We're trying to break Lake on the inside. We are late to the brakes than him, and Hamilton looking up at the exit at turn 1 as well. And that puts a bit of a dampener on Charles's race. Hamilton does get back within good range of his teammate, though, so probably will be fine. But it's starting to heat up in the Middle East. We've got to be careful with the match rate. When we qualified, P10. We got into Q3, but couldn't improve on a P10. It wasn't a bad lap, to be fair. It was only less than a tenth away from Charles, so definitely wasn't too bad. Went pit stop, lap 30. We're halfway through this stint. That's if we're one-stopping. Here's how the tyres look, chat. What do you guys think? Continue the one-stop or push for a 2? What do you guys think? What should we do? Why does that onboard look so zoomed in? Probably because it is a little bit. You don't see a lot of like the helmet or anything, so might be why. One stop, to be honest. 2, 1. One stop works on the Tuesday. Go for it. It is true. It did work last time out. 3 wide again in front. Russell, Alonso, Hamilton. Contact between Russell as well as we try and... I wanted to try and switch back out of turn 2, but Leclerc can't just block that path there, so... that could have been an opportunity again. But there's lots of scrapping here. You don't have the pace to make the 2-stop work. You're probably right, to be honest. I am starting to struggle a little bit on these tyres, so you can see the understeer starting to come into effect. Struggling on the exit of Sector 1. Brother versus brother, yep. This track is more boring than me. It will take. This is a good track. What do you mean? This is a great track. Jaden, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate it as well, dude. Welcome in. Eight tenths away from Charles. Might need a big last sector here. We might lose DRS. Here comes Lance Stroll. Again, looking on the inside. We just hold that inside line, though. And he backs off. And thankfully, because of the fights here in the final corner, we do just keep it in DRS range. However, look at the battery. 10%. I think Stroll's got us here. Round the outside goes Lance Stroll. Got no battery to play with. Lance Stroll goes round the outside. He's not got the move done, though. We're going side by side at turn 1 as another 3 wide occurs at turn 2. Leclerc getting held up. Russell Alonso 2 wide. We fend off Lance Stroll. It's all happening right now. Alonso and Russell 2 wide. As we enter the very quick twists and turns in the first sector. Oh my God! Yo! Okay, this needs to stop. This needs to stop. They're braking on that corner. I don't know how we held it, I'll be honest. I have no idea how we held it. I thought we were gonna there. They gotta stop these 2 wides, man. These 3 wides. It's gonna kill someone. What was I looking at? Damage. Think we're okay. Thankfully, I think it was the tip of the nose that buried into the back of Charles. Don't out of context that, chat. Let's just not. We don't need to do that. What up, Panda? How's it going, mate? Here comes Stroll again. Too far back. They're 2 wide again. Dude, this is getting ridiculous. These 2 wides have got to stop. Me, I think so for Alonso as well. Appreciate you. Here's Leclerc around the outside of Alonso now. Oh my God. They're doing it here? Charles Leclerc goes into P8. Alonso down to P9. Dude, it's all kicking off. It's all kicking off right now. AI 110. I think they might have dropped out DRS of the guys in front, though, so it might start to calm down a little bit. It might start to calm down. Rear tire's going through it. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it as well. I don't know, but I don't think I want it, noob. I don't think I want any of it. Here comes Lance again. Too far back this time, I think. Oh my God, a late move from Leclerc defensively there. Through the final corner we go. I'll tell you what, that's not a bad exit. If we just had a bit more battery, we might have been able to have a go here. Charles goes around the outside of Alonso. Are they going to stay 2 wide? No, they're not. Alonso backs out of that one. Charles goes back into P8. The stop should be really good. I hope so. Teammates in.
Alexander's in the pits. Alexander in
That's a 2-stop, right? That's got to be a 2-stop. Yeah, these tires are definitely starting to struggle. These tires are struggling. They're only on 24% that rear right, but I'm really, really starting to feel it through sector 1. 1 stop if he started on softs. He started on mediums. Everyone started on mediums. Are we going to stay with the strat here, chat? What are we doing? They might not look too bad, the tires, but they definitely don't feel good. AI's at 110. If your tires are dead, you can always put hards on. I was contemplating that, to be fair. And I'd imagine that's probably what Albon and Co are doing right now. Maybe they're going hards to the end. Should we contemplate that? Or should we just do our best to stick this one out? Because 11 more laps to go, it's going to be really difficult. Really, really difficult. Getting a bit tight on battery here on the main straight. No hards. Hards till the end. Getting some very polar opposite replies here. It's a tough one. It really is. I mean, we are staying within DRS, and I think as long as we're doing that, we've got to keep it that way, right? Like, I think no matter what, we are going to do the one-stop. It's just more, do we continue with what we intend on the soft tires? Or do we box for hards instead? You know what I mean? There's 50 laps, right? Yeah, we're on lap 20 right now. We did just go green the first sector. And we're outside the top 10. I told you, chat, this rear tire is not feeling good. This rear tire is not feeling good. I think Lance Stroll was just within DRS here. Here comes Yuki Tsunoda, wanting to capitalize as well. He tries to go around the outside. This is going to be a bit spicy. We'll have to brake a bit early here to make sure we don't clatter into the side of Lance Stroll. Even though it tends to do it to others, and we do to that racing line away from Yuki Tsunoda for the time being. We have lost DRS to the top 9. Chat, think about the strategy. Think about the strat here. What are we doing?
Exclamation mark Borg just put a new tire on while driving Mercedes Vance
New tie?
Mercedes Vance Jasper Vinciamba Mercedes Vance Wang Vinciamba Vance Jasper Mercedes Vance double hun Vinciamba Vance Jasper Mercedes Vance Jasper.
Oh my god, these tires are cooked.
Your lap times are all over the place right
Oh, new
now.
tyre.
You've gotta have consistency. Come on,
That made life easy, to be fair. Although with how quick the F1 pit stops are, it kind of feels like they are still driving. Thank you much, Becca, for the 43-month resub as well, though. I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, get us to Spin Chats. Welcome, Becca, into Vince Fan for the 43. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing good, Becca. Definitely tires, no damage. Vehicle condition. Vehicle... Oh, he's not listening to me, shit. Cool. Good to know, Mark. Great chat. Wonderful having a conversation with you. Hey! I think the car's okay. Chat, vote on the poll on the Twitch. Vote on the poll on the Twitch. Did we box early? Vote on the poll on the Twitch. Yellow flags! It's Alonso! Fernando Alonso is pulling over! We're back in the top 10! Fernando Alonso out of the race! Will there be a safety car? Doesn't look like it. I think it would have happened by now. If we got a safety car, then that would have been confirmed hard tires, wouldn't it? Oh, man, I'm getting this corner wrong every time. Not one vote for softs? No way. Everyone's voting for hards? What's the current thing, chat? What's the results right now? 28-1 on the hards. Yo, what? Okay, you guys want hards, huh? All right, box this lap then. Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you.
Oh, you listen to me now, don't you? Bastard. All right, box, ladies and gentlemen. We are boxing. Hard tires for the rest of this race. I think everyone else is going to hold up for the soft tires. We're boxing. In we go.
Okay, forget the targets for now. We've got to focus.
I got to set the tire. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Hard set. Don't worry, chat. Hard set. 92% saying hard tires. Yeah, fair.
Okay, mate, that's
Can
it.
you explain the ERS deploy?
That was a fantastic
Battery
stop.
in car,
Faster
make
than
car
we
go
were
fast. If you
expecting.
want it to.
Stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
Consider it like nitrous, but electrical. All right, let's get these tires warmed up. Here we go. We come out in P18 here, so quite far back. But hopefully we'll get a good advantage of these hard tires because those mediums were struggling, weren't they? Everyone will pit, yeah. Everyone's still going to pit, so we've gone quite early for the hard tire here. Obviously, everyone's going to go softs, though, so they're going to be really quick early on. Let's just hope this hard tire holds us out to the end. Because we were definitely starting to struggle on that medium tire, weren't we? I definitely don't think two-stop was the play. Was it too early, though? I don't think so. We boxed on the end of lap 22 in a 50-lap race from mediums to hards. Should be perfect, really, shouldn't it? Maybe should have gone a couple laps earlier in theory, but we got it done. We just got to try and build the advantage as much as we can now. They'll have to pit too, yeah. But like I say, they are going to go soft tires, so that's the only concern, really. Oh, a few people boxing in front. Wait, there's loads in the pits.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Cook? Cook! Oh my god, Charles Leclerc's on the left-hand side! Oh no, we got the grip! Oh man, if only we did that a couple laps earlier! If only we did that a couple laps earlier!
The car ahead of you just fitted the hard
However,
car ahead, now on the hard
we
contact.
did get a bit of a gap to Sonoda. And he hasn't got DRS, and we can still keep DRS on Charles here. Especially while he's got cold tyres. Oh my god. Very cold tyres. Who do you think will win tonight? Oh, sorry, Newcastle. Newcastle. Charles, knew you have big brain? Yeah. It was like, wow, baby bro actually got some big brain. Green first sector. DRS will be open down this straight then on Charles Leclerc, but he got a really nice run out onto this stretch. Green middle as well. Our battery's a bit tight. Our battery's very tight. But again, the braking zone, we just close it up. 6/10 to Leclerc. Someone in front is boxing here. And that puts us into P11, Ricardo P10. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, back into the P10. Back into the top 10 as we almost got a little bit deep there. Just keep it within track limits. Into PA, actually, ahead of Russell and Stroll. Here we go.
Teammate behind. No,
Halfway
five.
through this race, we find ourselves in the top 8. For now. For now. I think we might lose DRS soon, though. Charles is much quicker at the minute. I'll try and stay in it, but it's going to be tricky. The concentration on the track IRL must be exhausting. Yeah. It's a very mentally taxing thing. Like, yeah, F1 cars are very physically demanding, but the mental exhaustion is huge as well. A lot of the time, the drivers are never blinking. They get very sore eyes. Yo, Liam with the 5 gifted! Liam with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you much, Liam, for the 5 gifted, my dude. To Goob, Josh, Chubbs, Rocky, and Nashi. Thanks so much, dude. I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, get a salute spin chat to welcome all 5 into the Vince fam. On behalf of Liam, I appreciate that, dude. Stay humble, huh? The 5 makes sense now. It makes sense. Thank you, Liam, for the 5, buddy. I appreciate you, dude. Very kind, man. Almost time for the daily lag. Yep, 5 minutes away. We'll be ready. I can confirm, chat, we are getting a new ISP soon, though. I think on the 11th is our changeover day, so hopefully these issues will go away. If not, I cry. Russell's close hit. 6 minutes to the leg. Yep. It's going to happen. At 2 past 7, 2 past 8. Don't know what it is, but in that hour, we get the 2 lag spikes on those two times. Russell a bit too far back here. Battery's tight again, though. When we finish in Bahrain, P7. Here comes George Russell. I'm tight on battery. Up the inside goes George Russell at turn 1, and George Russell gets into P8.
Okay, we lost the position.
Could have maybe tried to defend that a bit more, but didn't really have a lot to defend with. Why you Leclerc and also Leclerc driving Ferrari? Did you know he has a brother who raced in F2? No, it was a clean one from Russell this time. Just on this occasion, though. That's why I said raced in F2, not races. He used to race in F2, but not anymore. Are we the younger brother? Correct. We are indeed Arthur Leclerc in this career. Definitely got some storyline potential in this career, isn't it? Okay, so we've got a 2-second gap right now to Stroll. That's pretty good, isn't it? That 2-second gap to Stroll is not bad at all. I like that. I like it a lot. Could try and keep that gap going. That'd be really good. The longer we stay in DRS here, the better too, so...
Keep managing your tyres. Manage your tyres.
Russell trying to sneak on through here. We'll just lift off and wait for it to unfold. Bit of a lock-up. Hamilton and Russell going too wide with each other. We try and have a look around the outside of George Russell. No way through. Unsurprisingly. Charge ERS is 74%. Oh boy. And they're going too wide through here. What are you thinking, fellas? That's what nearly threw our wing off the track earlier. Is everyone on a 2-stop? No. There might be a couple on a 2-stop, but most are on a 1. Why did we go for hards? Because the tires were wearing down on the mediums, so we're struggling. And the 1-stop's definitely outright better than the 2-stop. Yeah, those on hard tires are on 1-stop. Anyone else is probably on a 2. Speaking of, I don't think Max has pit yet, has he? In the lead of the race. So maybe he's going to do the medium soft. Have we pit yet? We have indeed. Yeah, I think Max and both McLarens haven't pit yet. So they might be trying to do the medium softs. You think Max did? Maybe. Difficult to say. 1.2 to Stroll, by the way. He caught up a lot on that lap. Mainly because of these guys in front fighting away. It's causing all sorts of problems. Again, we try and have a little switchback look at George Russell. No way through again. Help your brother. I can't really get involved. Oh, no way they're going to go too wide again through here, man. No, they didn't. Thank God. Stroll and Tsunoda are caught up. Brilliant. Excellent. Lovely. Wonderful. Fantastic news. Exactly what we needed. Bit more pressure from behind. Ted's notebook said everyone boxed. Fair enough. It did look like that Max had stayed out, but yeah, maybe not. That gap is no longer. Yeah, it was 2.5 seconds a couple laps ago. Now it's 2/10. Can switch up quickly, can't it? Oh yeah, Verstappen's definitely on fresh tyres. There's no way he's setting that on an old tyre. No way at all. Lando Norris now goes fast, day 1.6. For reference, we're doing 33.8.
Fastest lap of the race so far.
That's how much faster they are. However, we did get held up quite a bit in that previous lap, so who knows. What up, Kiko? Lovo, thanks for following Twitch as well, mate. Appreciate you, dude. Welcome in as well. Hope you're doing good. Pretty sure the follows, guys. Don't forget, if you guys are new here and you are enjoying the race, enjoying the stream, you know what to do. Smash that follow button. We are live tomorrow as well, doing a 100% Australian Grand Prix as well. So back-to-back career mode days with Australia tomorrow. Hopefully we can try and get another good result. We're on course 1 so far in this race, but a long way to go. Big Bro holding up the pack for real. Here comes Lance. Had a little luck, but just made sure we asserted our position. Are we losing grip? Not really. Just general pace is struggling. Not really a big surprise in this car, though. We did just keep the DRS there. We nearly lost it. 9 tenths the gap to Russell. That's not good. First sector of Saudi is so hard for me. Yeah, you've really got to risk with the walls. Got to get a good setup for it as well to make sure you can do some of those corners flat. We just can't save the RS and still be within DRS range. That's the problem. Like, yeah, it'd be great to save some battery, but it's really hard to because we need the battery to stay within DRS. So in moments like this, we can save battery where, you know, we're just kind of stuck behind them. But then they just get that gap opened up again and we have to use battery to get back within the gap. So it's a big catch-22 right now, isn't it? It's all a catch-22. I'm assuming he replaced Sargent? Yeah. We're late today? It's actually a little bit late, isn't it? It is a little bit late. Isaac 1-0. Yeah, I told you. Are we good? Only a little blip, that one, hopefully. Should be okay now. Should be okay. Another day of NASCAR being better than F1. Another day of a NASCAR fan trying to keep their sport relevant. Typical. There comes Lance Stroll again. Look on the inside. No way through. And we'll take that line. Russell and Hamilton going at it again now. Lance Stroll looking around the outsides. He runs out of battery. Hamilton's a bit slow down the straight here as well. Lance Stroll looks up the inside. No way through. Do I play any other games? On stream, we play, like, iRacing and ACC sometimes. We only really play racing games on stream. We don't really do anything else other than that. Off stream, I play some different games, but, yeah, on stream, always racing games. We're a motorsports channel, so. Your 1-0 prediction's looking less likely, yeah. I'm not surprised at all we're losing. We will lose. As I said earlier, St. James's Park, we always play like shit there. So it's not a surprise at all to me. Piastri 31.3. DRS went open again. Still quite far back though. I'd like to see a bit more aggressive. I'm in a Williams! Have some sympathy. I'm doing my best in the resource I have available. So we check an offside, or... His arm looks offsides. Can't score with your arm, though. Could be worse. Could be in a Sauber. That is true. That could be a lot worse. Offsides. We'll take it. It's right. They'll score again in 5 minutes. Have you got any idea of a career mode to do after my Bearman save? Have you thought about doing a My Team, maybe? Fly, thanks for following Twitch from me. Appreciate you, dudes. Welcome in as well. Hope you're doing good. Appreciate the follow. Supersoft's not in the game. They're in F2, but no, not in F1. Oh, hello. Bit deep. I don't know how I'm clinging on to DRS still, I'm not going to lie. We're getting quite lucky with this DRS at the moment. We did a 32-1 last time round. See if we can try and get anywhere close to that again. Bye, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate you, dudes. Welcome in as well. Hope you're doing good.
Okay, unlucky, mate.
Stroll team back.
Quite what we needed, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down and chin up. There's a long way to go.
Tire condition. Tires are still pretty good right now. I mean, that's actually insane. We boxed about 10, 11 laps ago. And look at the hard tires. This is the problem with them. They just don't wear. Our worst tire is the rear right on 7% after 11 laps. It's crazy how durable the hard tire is. They're definitely a bit too durable in this game. It's not just the fact they're durable, it's the fact they keep pace the entire time as well. Just imagine the Williams is a Ferrari. You want me to box for Intus right now? Is that what you're saying? (31-2) for Norris. New fast lap of the race. Our last lap's a 33-0. Stroll still having a look left and right, trying to find a way through. As Russell and Leclerc, Charles Leclerc, I should say, go too wide out of the final corner. Here comes Lance Stroll. He goes around the outside. Again, a bit tight on battery. Is Lance Stroll going to take P9 away from us here? We'll try and get back on the inside. We'll give him room on the exit of turn 1. And on the inside of turn 2, we try and push out from the corner. And that's great defending. Beautifully done, the brakes. Left the room, kept it clean. Back into P9 we go. Oh. Touched the water tyre. Should be okay. Box lap 40 for softs. Nah. Throw the entire race doing that. We have to stay out to the end unless there's a safety car. If we box again and there's no safety car, can wave goodbye to top 10. Straight up. Yeah, if there's a safety car, we'll box, but otherwise... No way, Jose. Last 15 laps, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Last 15 laps. This race is kind of flown by, really, isn't it? Getting towards the last stage of the race. You know, I haven't lost DRS, no risk to pit. Exactly. This DRS is literally helping us around the circuit right now. I reckon we'd be faster on the soft tyre for about 6 or 7 laps and then have nothing. Just be a bit silly, really. More scraps going on ahead. I mean, they just keep on fighting up here, don't they? And look how much time it causes them to lose. It's fun to see Arsenal losing when I'm a Man United fan. Oh, at least you're familiar with losing. You know how it feels. Oh my god. Arsenal aren't losing, it's 0-0. I know, it wasn't me who said that. It wasn't me who said that, let me just clarify. Someone in the chat said that. If safety car comes out, you should stay out and defend? Really? We wouldn't gain a lot of track position, though. Okay, this corner is starting to mess me up. We would only gain about 3 or 4. No, we'd only gain 3 more track position. Don't think that's worth it, really. I've got no battery. Arsenal insanely shaky. This is appalling. I was warning you. I tried warning you. St. James's Park. Horrible place to go to. We are shit there. Outright. Outright. Rough stadium for any team, unless you're Bournemouth. I hate MK Dons purely because Red Bull headquarters is there. That's a very big hatred. Very big hatred. How do they get so far ahead of you after the corners? You need to press go. Buddy, this isn't fucking Monopoly. I'm pressing go as hard as I can right now. Any harder, I might put a hole through my pedals.
These tyres need to get us to the end of this race. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 16.3 seconds. Okay, you're losing a small amount of time to the car.
Even Liverpool struggle at St. James's Park? Yeah, it's a very difficult place to go to. It's one of my least favourite grounds for a football game. There's Albon going for his second stop. So some people are doing the 2-stop then, as we anticipated. He'll be very far behind though. Very far behind. Honestly, it is a ground I'd love to visit, to be fair. I've never actually been to Newcastle or anywhere in that area. But it is something I'd love to do. I bet the atmosphere's crazy. What's my favorite track to race on? Spain. Stroll DRS. No, it's not. Not yet, anyway. Just about got it. If this was Monopoly, you would be arrested for rigging the poles at the start. What are you talking about? That's it. You're being taxed. Hope you don't land on my property. $14 seconds to Ocon, by the way. Damn. Big gap between us and P12. Oh, man. 11 to go. We're working hard right now, but we're finding it really difficult to make any overtakes. Just can't seem to get within good range for an overtake. Holding on to DRS, which is good, but I want to obviously get a bit more than P10 if it's available. We should be happy with points. Points is always good. But if we can try and get that extra position, always helps us out later in the season. What difficulty are you at? 110. Max AI. The racing bull of Yuki Tsunoda getting quite close here. He's looking for his first points this season. We're heading into his home Grand Prix next week as well. In Japan. DRS wide open once more. Yuki trying to get a little bit closer. On to lap 40. Final 10 laps of this race. Oh my God. Let's not do that. Please. And thank you. Just giving Stroll a gentle shove to let him know we're there, right? Just an intimidation tactic. Can't be views for next lap, I saw that. Can't be views for next lap. You redeemed it late, I'm afraid. Here comes Tsunoda, look around the outside. Could brake late, though. Look at damage. Looks alright. And then we just gave him a gentle shove, thankfully. That could have definitely been worse, though. Had a couple of those little moments today. Oh, just within DRS range again. What up, Peter? Come on, stay focused. Just keep within DRS range. That's all we got to do. No box till the end. With 10 laps to go, you want me to box? Get this guy hired up for the Ferrari strategist. You're the perfect fit. Come on. Nice first sector. Alex Albon's gone fastest. Jacob Murphy 1-0. Well. Wait, is it Jacob or Josh Murphy? I always forget who's who. It's one of the two. Mid-session save. I'll do it soon. Man, we're just clinging on DRS right now. Fucking hell. Yeah, I'm contemplating it, Dewey. I'm not going to lie, mate. I kept saying it, man. We're 100% going to lose to Newcastle. 100%. It was always going to happen. Alright, zoom in session save real quick. Jacob Murphy, that's it. I always forget who's who out the two. Here comes Yuki Tsunoda around the outside. Into P11 he goes. P10, sorry. We are outside the top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Never mind. We're back in the top 10. We'll take that.
Okay, Arthur. We've got some clear track around us now, so let's use it and make this next lap a quick one. Let's go.
I'm trying my best to go fast right now, man. Trying. That's a little bit deep with the hairpin. Just trying to stay within DRS range of Stroll. Really need DRS. Tell you what, Yuki might have lost DRS here. That lockup could be pivotal. Could be a turning point in the race, that. We got a really good first sector as well, which is good. We did just get within DRS range of Lance Stroll. That could be really bad for Yuki, that. Really, really bad. .4 now to Yuki. I think he might be done for. I think he might be done for. Need to see that again. We can watch the replay after. Come on. Whew. W. Howard, love that. Just clinging on to DRS still. That's a new PB there, though. 31.8, new PB for this race. It's just me or the car was more silent in the update. I can't say I've noticed it too much. I don't feel a difference. I mean, my car feels slightly because I'm in a Williams, but but in terms of equal performance and stuff, it feels the same to me. Why do we have to use cockpit view? We have a redeem on our Twitch. If someone redeems cockpit view, we do a lap in cockpit view. First green sector again. Trying to find a bit of pace all of a sudden. Maybe the tire's just hitting a nice phase. Look at the gap to Yuki now, 1.8. He's kind of roasted himself, really, isn't he? He's kind of cooked himself. And that big lock-up at turn 1 has basically put him out of contention for points for the time being. Not good at all for the Racing Bull driver. Lance Stroll has a puncture! We're up into P9! I think he's got a puncture! He's going very slow up the hairpin! I think he's picked up a puncture!
Okay, clear.
He's into the pit lane, he's got a puncture! Oh my goodness! A free position for ourselves! We love freebies. We love freebies. Now we've got to make sure we maintain this DRS to Russell. We might get more out of this. Oh, that is brutal for Lance Stroll, though. 6 laps to go. I think it was the right rear. Just gave way. Not too sure. But that is a horror ending for the Canadian. Yeah, we might be able to get a couple positions here. We'll see. Need a bit of luck, though, really, don't we? Because we're struggling still with these guys. We might be in no man's land to the end here. We'll see. We didn't get DRS this time around. Ah, damn it. Double DNF for Aston. Did Alonso retire? Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah. Well, I mean, Lance Stroll didn't DNF, but yeah, no points for Aston this weekend. That's brutal. Have you ever had a puncture? I have had one, yeah. In the past. Not for a long time, though. I don't usually let my tires get to that sort of range, so. Bebos and Zorni, thanks for following us on Twitch, guys. Appreciate you. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you guys are doing good. I like the scraps they're having here. Just real spin a bit closer. Still leading on their DRS if I can. He did destroy his tires once in Imola. I destroyed more than the tire that day. Where can I watch the car launches? On YouTube. I'm pretty sure F1 themselves are live streaming it. You're following 2 chats and racing? Maybe. Some would say I could multitask in that sense. Yes, back in DRS. What's happening February 13th? I don't think that's the car launch date, is it? I think February 18th is the O2 reveal thing. Are all cars going to be launched at once? They're only going to launch the liveries. So the cars you see won't be the actual cars you see on track. It'll be like a base model with a livery on it. So they're going to do the livery reveals all at once, but they're not going to be the actual cars, if that makes sense. So the bodywork on the actual car will be a lot different. Yeah, there won't be actual cars. It'll just be a base model that they put their car on. Put their livery on. It's just a livery reveal, basically. You're not going to see the actual parts of the car. Unless they say they're going to do it that day, but... I know a lot of teams have their own plans for their actual launches, essentially. How many hours do I have in F1 games? Lots. All liveries are the 13th? Or whatever day it is. I think it's the 18th. But all the liveries are being revealed at the same day. I'll probably do a watch-along for it. I don't usually do watch-alongs for stuff, but... I'll probably do a watch-along. Red Bull Control C, Control V incoming again? Yeah. Williams is weak in the corners. Are we shocked? Is this news? We are pretty good in the braking zone, to be fair. We find a good bit of time in the braking zones. 3.2 to Snowden out. Last few laps. Next lap will be 47. Getting towards the fine margins here in Saudi Arabia. Am I going to buy F1 next year? Yes. I'm going to buy the entirety of F1. Liberty Media, I'm coming for you. Don't worry, chat. I'll take over F1. I'll get us Hockenheim. I'll get us Sepang. Don't worry, fellas. I got this. None of this Miami bullshit. I'm a man of the people. And they're too wide through here again. Have we not learned our lesson, fellas? Stroll? Nah, Stroll can stay. We need a safety car every now and then. Otherwise the sport will get a bit boring. You're so close suddenly? Yeah, because they keep scrapping in front of me. They keep fighting in front of me, so it just gets a little bit closer every time. You got this Sepang on Friday for MotoGP testing? Nice, man. Enjoy, dude. I saw news today. Was it Jorge Martin? Had like a broken hand or something? Was it him? Or someone else? So I think he misses a lot of testing, doesn't he? Out the final corner we go. Hamilton slow. They want Serta back in DRS. Yeah, he's got a little bit closer because of it, isn't he? It might get even closer here because it might go 3 wide again. Let's see. Hamilton doesn't go for it. On Leclerc, Russell backs out of it as well, but look how slow we are through turn 1. And round the outside we go in turn 2. Can we try and keep this position as we surprise attack George Russell? Of the inside we go. Oh, how about that, ladies and gentlemen? We're trying to sneak a position. The opportunity's risen to the task, and we've taken it with both hands. Up into P8 we go. We launch a surprise attack round the outside of turn 1 and 2 on George Russell. And into the top 8 we go. Is there any more in line? We'll have lap 49 and 50 to go. And that'll be it. Can we try and pull out another move from the back here? We're a little bit too far back at the moment. Will there be a live event on YouTube for the launches? Yes. I'd assume it'd be under the team's YouTube channels, though. I'm very tight on battery here. Very tight. Here comes George Russell around the outside. I've got no battery at all. I'll try and break a little bit deep on the inside. Nicely done. Beautifully done. But we've got no battery, still heading down towards turn 1, so I think George Russell will probably get us back here. Here comes the Brit. We'll hold the inside, force it the long way round. He can't get alongside, though, and we'll shut that door firmly in the face of George Russell as Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton go side by side out the exit of turn 2. This is it. Penultimate lap of the race. Tsunoda still reeling in slowly but surely. But I think I've been too far back for the final lap showdown. And it's so important to try and save as much battery as we can for here on out. Come on. Come on. Blitz Barbie, thanks for us on Twitch, guys. Appreciate you. Welcome in as well. Hope you guys doing good. A little bit of hot lap now. I won't try and push overtake. Just got to try and stay within range. Leclerc had a little glimpse on the inside of Lewis Hamilton, the 7-time world champion defending the Monegasque. At the moment, it's P7 for Leclerc and P8 for Leclerc. Can we swap the two Leclercs around, though? Here comes George Russell. Had a little look there, and we've actually reserved our battery quite nicely down towards turn 1. Here we go. This is it. Final lap, ladies and gentlemen, here in Saudi Arabia. Is there anything left in store for this race?
Final lap of the race.
We'll be careful with it down towards turn 1. We hold off George Russell. Charles Leclerc round the outside at turn 1, up the inside at turn 2, almost pushing Hamilton into the barriers. We can't quite get close enough to have our say on that battle. Hamilton holds him off. And the two brothers going to work together here to take down the Mercedes driver and get ourselves an extra position. I'm not going to lie, shat myself for a second thinking that was DRS failure. I don't know why that popped up. Scared the hell out of me. Trying to get the grip out of the hairpin. Just got to stay close. Max Verstappen takes a resounding win here in Jeddah. Wins by a landslide to the two McLarens. We're a bit too far back right now, aren't we? Russell's still trying to stay close to us. Leclerc's charging up the battery for one last attack. It's going to come down to the final corner as we get a decent launch onto the final straight. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's now or never. Charles Leclerc goes to the attack. Hamilton blocks him off. Here we come. Round the outside. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. What a move. We took the patience to a new level. We beat Charles Leclerc. What a move round the outside. P6 in Saudi Arabia. Oh, my goodness. What a move round the outside. Oh. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. They scrapped so hard. We had so much momentum. And we just slicked it around the outside.
There was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen. He takes...
Oh, my. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is how you do it. Sometimes patience prevails. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. Arthur Leclerc beats Charles Leclerc for the first time in his F1 career as well. You love to see it, and that is some big, big points for ourselves. We got a P7 in Bahrain, a P6 in Saudi Arabia. By that trend, sounds like P5 in Australia. Oh, man. What a race. What a race. Hamilton went for a very late outside block on Charles, and it just kind of killed his momentum, really. And we had the battery just to keep the speed going, and we just sailed round the outside. Little bro is not coming home. Nope, there is going to be some words in the paddock tonight, isn't there? Lots of words. Andre and Rembo, thanks for us on Twitch, guys. Appreciate you. Welcome in as well. Prediction paid out. 87% said yes. GG's. GG's. Maybe we should have gone for that top 8 then, huh? For the prediction. Words from the mum. Yep. Mama Leclerc is not going to be happy. Not going to be happy. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Max Verstappen wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. 2 for 2 for the Dutchman so far in this career. Piastri and Lando Norris in that top 3 as well. Carlos Sainz in 4th with Perez in 5th. And a late move on the outside down towards the final corner gets us 2 positions out of absolutely nowhere. And we jumped from P8 to P6. 8 more points in the bag heading into Australia. Charles Leclerc finishes in 7th. Lewis Hamilton in 8th. Russell and Tsunoda picking up the final points today as well. Lance Stroll did get the fast slap, but P11 won't get him the point, unfortunately, for him. Let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship then as we enter the Australian Grand Prix. And we do find ourselves in 8th place right now on 14 points. Just 4 behind the big bro, Charles Leclerc, on 18 right now. So a bit of a tough start to season for him. We're only 6 points off from Carlos Sainz in P4 as well. So looking pretty good so far. 4 up on Sergio Perez in P9. And then George Russell on 3 down in 10th. He's having a tough start to the season as well. And then Lance Stroll and Yuki Tsunoda are the other point scorers so far this season. Our teammate down in 16th obviously gets to score a point. As for constructors, we're currently sitting 6th on that one with Aston Martin in 5th. We're only 6 behind them. Mercedes on 22 in 4th. Then we've got Ferrari, McLaren, and Red Bull all in the top 3 so far as well. Imagine your little bro beats you in racing his first year. I'd retire. Yeah, I'd be done for after that. I'd be done for. Yo, Lolly, how's it going, dude? Let's see that final lap then, shall we? Let's watch that back. Because that was a thing of beauty. Let's see. We were patient with the battery, and that was the most important thing. If we had drained our battery too early, we would not have got that done. No? You don't... No? You don't want me to watch it? Okay, cool. Please let me watch it. Let's try again. Max only pitted once, yeah. Yeah, he must have done it quite early than I thought he did. Oh, good cheers, Lily. Oh, good, thanks, man. Marcel looks like he has a hamstring injury. Oh, God. Just what we need is another winger injury. You know what that means? That means Raheem Sterling. Right, here we go. Here's where it all unfolded. So, we had a bit of a gap going down this straight. Leclerc didn't go for the move into chicane, so that just allowed us to get a bit closer. They got nice drive out of the chicane there. You can look up and tell what was good for us. It was very good. Very, very good. Oh, look at that. That is absolutely sensational. That is absolutely sensational. Show me that on the TV POV. Oh, unbelievable. Was that a double move from Lewis? No, other way around. It's double move from us. Double move from us. Yeah, we just had enough battery to get us the line as well and finish ahead of Charles. What a move. What a move. You just saw that little mistake happen there, and you had to pounce on it there and then. And that's what I mean. Sometimes being patient is always best. Chef's kiss, literally. Literally. Ranieri subbed on? Okay, that's good at least. I was very worried it'd be Sterling, so. Lots of experience being improved there, but unfortunately no overall rating improvements, though, as everything stays as it is for now. However, I think one more good race, we'll probably get a lot of rating increases there. We got P6. Yeah, we got a last lap overtake on Charles and Lewis, which is crazy. We went from P8 all the way to P6. I mean, we were sitting around like P9, P10, P11, that sort of area. And then right at the end, we just sailed around the outside. Lewis went for like a very late defensive move on Charles. They both lost momentum because of it. And then we just had all the speed just to outside. Can confirm Arthur Leclerc is still alive. He is still okay. Might have a couple of bruises on his face. Just ignore that for the time being. Right, we have 803 R&D we could spend as well. So we're third worst right now on the aero. Chassis is already in development. One more down, we can get the next one, though. We're also third worst there. Okay. I think we do aero then. Bit of rear downforce. We were struggling with rear downforce in that race, to be fair, so maybe that'd be a good one to do, actually. When does that arrive? When does that one arrive? 20 days? Japan. That's actually not too bad. Japan is a good track to have a bit more rear downforce, so... I know, okay, great. I know. Then rub it in, please. All right. Good stuff. Lolly and MTB, thanks for following us on Twitch as well, guys. Appreciate you. Give man all that recognition for the move, right?
Okay, mate, I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through without any
nice.
issues, so they'll be on the car, ready for the next race weekend.
I mean, to be fair, we have actually got up the order a little bit. Not in terms of the chronological order, but we have opened up that gap more to Sauber, who have already got a bit of a gap to us, to the rest of the grid. It's not looking good for Sauber. We have also closed up the gap to Racing Bull as well, so expect some good performances against them, hopefully, in the near future. We have still got a bit of spare R&D, actually. But I can't spend it. I can't spend it. I can spend it when this gets redeemed, actually. Once the cable assembly's in, we can get the plank. And that should give us a bit more of a bump in the R&D. All right, nice. Not too bad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go then. That will finish us up for the day. And wow, what a race. What a damn race we had here in Saudi Arabia. A P7 and a P6 so far in this career in a Williams. We could be very, very happy with that. I was actually expecting on Monday's stream that I thought we'd be doing even better than this. So, yeah, looks like we got the AI perfect so far this season. In Australia, that was what we'll have next. That'll be for tomorrow's stream, don't forget. We'll be live 5 o'clock as always tomorrow evening. And that'll be for the Australian Grand Prix. Then next week, we'll have Japan, China, and Miami, which I'm not looking forward to. I don't like Miami. I really don't like Miami. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. But tomorrow, we'll be back for the Aussie Grand Prix down under. And hopefully can score ourselves some more good points. I'm not expecting to get points every weekend. I think that's probably a bit too much to expect and ask for. So, being in the top 10, we'll always be happy with it. But we shouldn't expect it. We should not expect it. Thought power trim is available for 750. It's already being redeemed, I think. Oh, no. Oh, here we go. 720 for the engine power. Why not? We already have good straight line speed. Why not make it better? Why not make it better? That would take a little bit of time to arrive. That would take 22nd of April. Oh, wow. Not until Miami. Not a bad track to have a bit of a power unit upgrade, though. Miami does have its straight line, so could be a good Grand Prix to get the upgrade in, to be fair. Not bad at all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go then. That will wrap us up for the night. A very, very good race for us in Saudi Arabia. Tomorrow, we'll be back with the Australian Grand Prix, and hopefully we can try and keep this point streak going. And maybe, who knows, overtake Charles Leclerc in the championship. That'd be a story, wouldn't it? But, ladies and gentlemen, that would be for tomorrow's stream. Enjoy Points Believers. I'll be back. Bro's going for it again tomorrow. I believe in him. I believe. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go see who's live to say hello to, shall we? Let's go and say hello to someone. If only it was ready for China. China would have been very good, to be fair, wouldn't it? China would have been very, very good. Right. Who's live? Who's live? Who's live? Scott's live? No TC League race? I'm expecting plenty of death then. All right, let's go say hello to Scott. He's actually alive a bit early for someone like himself, but let's go and say hello to our fellow Scotsman, shall we? Right, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to head over to Mr. Scott Taylor UK. If you guys haven't dropped him a follow, make sure you do so. Absolute legend of the F1 scene. Of course, a bit of a rival to ourselves in the Creator Series in the past as well. So we'll go and say hello to him, see how he's cracking on, and show him some support for his league race. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow, 5 UK time, as always, for the Aussie Grand Prix. All my social medias are in the chat. My Twitter, Instagram, Discord. If you're not following me on the social medias, they're all in the chat right now. But do jump in on Discord if you haven't already, so we get announcements when we go live. There's a schedule, so you can see what we're doing on what day. And of course, you can hang out with me and all the other viewers on Discord as well. But until tomorrow, have a fantastic rest of your night. Crew, thanks for following, so I appreciate it. Have a fantastic rest of your night, and I'll see you guys ready for the Aussie Grand Prix down under tomorrow evening. Bye-bye.